We got a big one today from Arlington, Texas, as this budding rivalry in the XFL Week 4 and a good game in the West Division between Dallas and Houston. The Texas Throwdown is what they're calling it. Two good teams in this XFL ready to go.
Hey, let's go today, baby. You know who runs Texas? It's Dallas, baby. Let's go.
706, 8th time. We own this. We run this city. Let's go.
It's been a great week.
Yes, sir.
Now it's time to finish with a great day.
Yes, sir.
A great day. Sun out, clear blue skies, got blue helmets on. Hell, let's go to work and raise hell.
Yes, sir.
Renegades on 2, 1, 2.
Renegades.
Eyes, grip, smile, hit, swag, strut, dance, now buck.
You talk about some courage.
This ain't no two-step.
Let's keep our foot on the gas, yo.
This is the best in the West. But on this old flag, there can be only one star.
There's another opportunity to show that I'm healthy and I'm ready to go.
My motivation now, man, is really my family.
It's a mentality, it's a mindset.
This is Houston versus Dallas.
If you are who you say you are,
Welcome to the Texas Throwdown.
just get it done.
Right now on FS1.
And here they come, the Renegades in Arlington on their home turf. They are 2-1 on the year against the 3-0 Roughnecks of Houston. It is the Texas Throwdown, the XFL on FS1. What a gorgeous day for football. And we are glad to have you along today, because here's what's on the line in this early season here. The West standings, Houston at 3-0, unbeaten on top. The Renegades 2-1, but 2-0 since Landry Jones, their quarterback, came back from injury. So a lot on the line as this developing rivalry here today. My partner, three-time Pro Bowl tight end Greg Olson. Figure get that one out. I'm Kevin Burkhardt. So when we talk about Houston, Greg, they're undefeated, and nothing stands out more than their pass game. P.J. Walker and Cam Phillips have lit up the league.
Yeah, P.J. Walker has taken this league by storm. He's obviously the clear front runner right now for league MVP, but not too far on his heels is his teammate and his kind of running mate, Cam Phillips. He's just incredible. This is arguably the best quarterback wide receiver duo in the entire XFL. Their production on a week-by-week basis is just incredible. I can't wait to see how these two guys continue this magic today against a very good Dallas defense.
Yeah, you're seeing some of the highlights here, and you look at the numbers, and they're just kind of eye-popping what they've been able to do together. Forget about the whole rest of the team. This is just these two together. Walker to Phillips, 20 completions, has tied for the league best, by the way. 324 yards and 7 touchdowns. Cam Phillips has more touchdowns than Dallas does as a team. That's a lot. But don't discount Dallas, because, as I said, they played much better since Landry Jones came back. Their pass offense is actually first in the XFL. And it's ironic, though, because it's first, but yet they do it through their running backs.
Yeah, even offensive coordinator Hal Mummy, he even acknowledges their best two players are Lance Dunbar and Cameron Artis-Payne. They're two running backs. They get them involved, of course, in the run game, but they're heavily involved in their passing attack. As you said, #1 pass offense in the league, led by this Hal Mummy, Landry Jones offense. We got two great powerhouse offenses going up against each other today, and I hope it's a shootout.
Yeah, the first in a developing rivalry, by the way. Third member of our team today, as always, is Jenny Taft. There's been some chirping this week. Jenny, what's going on?
Well, Kevin, I don't know about you, but when I think about Texas, I automatically think about football. This state, it lives and breathes for their favorite sport, and that's why today, between Dallas and Houston, it is so important. You mentioned the name. They're calling it the Texas Throwdown, and don't worry, both two teams' social media accounts have taken full advantage of this rivalry and living it up. You know who knows it very well? It's Houston head coach June Jones, who also coached at SMU in Dallas, and he said this week that this rivalry exists. It doesn't matter if it's SMU and Houston, if it's the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Texans. This rivalry is real, and we're going to see more of it today. 1,500 Roughneck fans expected in attendance, about a 3.5-hour drive. They want to continue to see their team stay undefeated because, Kevin, today, bragging rights in Texas are on the line.
You can see it, Jenny, right? Look at the shots we're showing you. These fans are out, and it's not that far of a drive. 3.5, maybe 4 hours in the car. We know this. The temperature is perfect. 73 degrees. It is a little windy down there. 19-mile-an-hour gusts. And you take a look at the odds here. As Houston is undefeated, they are the favorite. These odds presented by Fox Bet here. Over-under at 51.5. Houston, the top point-scoring team in the XFL. The home team has a decision to make whether they want to kick or receive. Dallas will kick it off, and here we go. Week 4 in the XFL from Arlington, and that one will bounce into the end zone on a touchback.
In the air by rule was placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
And there you go. So that's one of the XFL rules. If it bounces in, put it at 35. If it goes in on the air, you take it on the 15. Here is P.J. Walker. That's who Greg was talking about in the open. Just turned 25, had a birthday this week, and he put out excellent numbers at Temple, so much so he's their all-time leader in pass yards and pass touchdowns. And then see what he's done the first 3 weeks. I mean, just sensational. 748 yards, 10 touchdowns. That leads the league. And here is Houston unbeaten to start this off in this run-and-shoot offense. Walker to throw it, pumps, and incomplete. Going far side of the field, and there was Phillips, who we tried to get involved early. Josh Hawkins, their top cover man, was on him. As you look at this Houston lineup, I know, Greg, to your dismay, there are no tight ends on June Jones' squad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I wouldn't do so well in this June Jones offense. He doesn't have, like you said, he doesn't even have a guy on his roster listed as a tight end. But they do a great job. They got some really, really electric wide receivers, not just Cam Phillips, who we saw targeted there. Their entire offense is really talented, and he's got a lot of weapons.
Pressure. Walker sees it, delivers as he gets hit, and has a completion up to the 40-yard line. So it'll be a third down, about 5. It's Lewis who makes the catch. Jalen Robinson came on with some heavy pressure. This Dallas defense has been very good. As a matter of fact, they're the #1 scoring defense so far in the XFL. And we mentioned Josh Hawkins. There's going to be a lot of, if not all the time, Josh Hawkins, who is their top cover cornerback, on Cam Phillips today. It's going to be fun to watch. That's the matchup to watch. Cam Phillips is not going to be able to go anywhere today without Josh Hawkins right on his hip. They feel that gives them their best chance to shut down Houston's best weapon on offense, and they need some other guys to step up. Third down, going deep down the field. Caught as he inbounds. I think there's a conversation here. And yes, it looks like he's inbounds for the completion. It was Coates.
Moving on the field is a catch inbounds for a first down.
You only need 1 foot in the XFL, Greg. What do you think?
I think he got it. Let's see again here when they show the replay. You can see Houston, they're trying to get up to the line. They're going hurry, hurry, trying to get this ball off. Oh, they didn't get it off. They're calling it.
Well, they're going to review it.
You got to be a little faster there, KD. Get lined up.
25 yards, they had hustle.
True. Linemen hate that.
The ruling on the field of a catch inbounds is under further review.
And so they will look at it upstairs. All these plays are reviewed upstairs. There are no coaches' challenges. So you need 1 foot, but you still need control, obviously.
Yeah, I think when the left foot is on the ground, the ball hits him in the arms. The left foot's down, and the ball doesn't seem to move at all. So I would say when the ball hits him in the chest, I'm going that it's going to be a catch.
Team's possession.
Mark Buggerworth is our replay official today.
That foot, it's his foot's up, and his next foot to come down is out of bounds. So we do have an incomplete pass. Yeah, because his other foot is off the ground. I just want to make sure. I want to make sure his foot's off the ground when he catches it. It's up. Yeah, his foot's up. So we're going to go to incomplete pass, and we're running anyways, Brandon. So we're not going to do anything with the clock.
Perfect. Just need the previous spot.
Yeah, let's go back to the previous spot. Is it? Yeah, hold on, guys. Sorry. Wait, where is it? Yeah, there we go. 4th and 5 on the 40.
4th and 5 on the -40.
On the -40, and it was on the Houston hash. Oh, yeah, Houston hash. Thanks.
After reviewing the play, the receiver controlled the ball. His next foot came down out of bounds. It's an incomplete pass. Ball reviewed the spot. It's 4th down.
Well, that's interesting. It's a little different than what we thought. Dean Blandino, head of officiating for the XFL, is back in Los Angeles for us. And Dean, curious your take here.
Yeah, so what they were looking at when the receiver first got control, like you guys were talking about, was that left foot still on the ground. And obviously, the replay official, Mark Butterworth, had a shot that showed the foot was clearly up. when he ended up getting control of the football, and that's why they overturned it.
All right, there you go. Taking us through it. Dean, we appreciate that. It's a big call. Instead of a 25-yard gain, it's a 4th down, the punt. And now, here come the Renegades and Landry Jones, who, remember, the first practice had a knee injury, Greg, and he missed the first game, so he's still kind of getting back into game shape here.
He is, and even prior to that, he was out of the game. He was back in Texas, kind of living a normal life, and Bob Stoops called him out of retirement, said, hey, I want you to lead this Dallas team. And as each week has gone on, he's continued to get better and better.
Look at this. They come out with 5 wide to start it off, and now they'll move into the backfield. They do this a lot.
Hey, push it, push it, push it. Hey, push it, dudes. 47, dudes.
Cameron Artis-Payne, the running back, he gets it right up the middle, and a big hole for Artis-Payne. It works its way out to the 34, and Artis-Payne has had a good year so far. And you look at it, 185 yards rushing coming in.
Dallas is going fast.
Actually number 1 in the XFL in yards per carry, 6.4.
Yeah. He's a guy I saw up close and personal. 4 years. He was a teammate of mine in Carolina, and he just seemed to always be behind a really good player, and he never quite got the reps he deserved. And every time he played, he produced like he has this year for Dallas.
There's a move. Artis-Payne shoulder down. Has a first down. So a couple runs at Cameron Artis-Payne, and that'll move the change as Cody Brown came up for the hit. Cody Brown, a big hitter on this defense as we look up front. Tony Ely, another one of your former teammates in Carolina on that line. Linebackers, these are the guys that play the most, but they rotate a lot at that position. And then Brown leads the secondary position. This team gets a lot of turnovers, but they also give us a lot of yards.
Yeah. Okay. Clock is good. Clock is good.
Both running backs in the game right now, and they'll mix it up. It's Dunbar as the next carry, first down. Both these running backs play in the same backfield a lot. They did it in the second half last week, and it works.
I love the way they've kind of built this package. They identified that 2 of their better players, if not their 2 best, are their 2 running backs. So let's put them both in the game at the same time. Dunbar can play a little in the slot. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. There you saw him just take a traditional run. Those 2 running backs, everything goes from there.
Throw, pressure on. Oh, what a catch. How did he do that? Artis-Payne has a first down. A one-hander, as you were saying.
These guys, I'm telling you, these guys are really, really good players, and they're doing a great job. You see Artis-Payne here does a nice job just getting lost. They tell the running back, wait for your first offensive lineman to break and get right in behind him. You see him there. Great job in space, really well-timed on the screen. Cameron Artis-Payne has great awareness. He's got great feel. He's a natural runner with the ball.
5th play of the drive. Jones has time, firing down the middle, and it's intercepted. Cody Brown has the interception with some blockers. Now to midfield. And Cody Brown, his 2nd interception of the year, and it stops a nice opening drive.
And this is what's plagued Dallas all year. They lead in almost every category offensively, but they also lead the league in turnovers. Landry Jones has really struggled the last couple weeks throwing picks. You see Cody Brown, he's right there. They're playing a 2-high safety. It almost looks to me like Landry Jones expected him to just be a little bit flatter. You see the receiver there, Joshua Crockett, just kind of keep his angle real skinny and high. Cody Brown did a nice job driving on that ball, hit him dead between the 2 and the 5. Those are the plays that Landry Jones has to clean up. Got off to a fast start, first couple plays, and turnovers have plagued them this entire season so far.
Yeah, they have, and Houston's been the opposite, right? They came in at +5 in the turnover department. Walker now quickly in the flat, incomplete. Tried to swing it out there to Khalil Lewis. And a 2nd and 10.
As we talked in the first drive, you're going to see Hawkins 28 cover Cam Phillips throughout the game. They're going to need Lewis, Sammy Coates, Nick Holley, the slot. He can play a little running back, a little bit in the slot, kind of a utility guy. They're going to need some of these other weapons, these other targets for P.J. Walker to step up, because Dallas thinks Josh Hawkins is a legit cover corner, and he's going to be lining up against their best player the entire game.
2nd down. Walker steps away, lofting it deep, going for Lewis, penalty flag. Lewis looked like he was held as that ball was in the air. And Tenny Adewusi was the guy, the safety, who tried to run with him.
Pass interference. Defense, number 20. Ball is placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
I think if he doesn't grab him there, KB, it's probably a touchdown. Lewis is over the top. Yeah, it doesn't look like a ton from there, but in live action, it seemed to me like he really grabbed him, caused Lewis to kind of stumble and lose his stride. Because if not, that's probably 6.
A 28-yard penalty is what it is. Walker on the give. It's Butler. And not much. And, you know, with all these weapons and all the downfield running game, Butler's the guy that kind of sneaks up on you.
He has. And last week, he didn't have a ton of touches. You know, it's 7 carries, but over 10 yards a carry. I mean, this is a guy that when they do mix in the run, June Jones's philosophy, very similar to Hal Mummy on the other sideline. We are going to pass the ball to set up the run. And James Butler is the perfect guy for that role. Doesn't get a ton of touches, but when he does, he really makes the most of them. I expect him today, as the game goes on, for them to continue to put him as part of this action here.
Second down, 4-man rush. Walker incomplete. Nick Holley was the guy closest. Why don't we take a listen into June Jones on the play call?
If you get a dog off that side, if it's too high, which it looks like it's going to be the Y right there, you got 5 seconds. You know, as soon as Khalil clears the Y.
Just barely get the play off. Walker, pressure, throws, incomplete. Heavy pressure coming from Gerald Rivers. And it brings up a 4th down, and now there's some talking. And a 4th down and 9, and we'll see what Houston decides to do.
So that's Khalil Lewis. That's who you heard June Jones saying if they bring a dog, which means if they blitz one of their linebackers, just throw it there to Lewis as he replaces where that blitzing linebacker. They didn't end up pressuring. He still tried to go to Lewis, but the pressure off the left side just caused the ball to be off target.
So it ruined the play, and so we'll see Sergio Castillo, 3 of 5 on field goals this year. As long as 44. This from 37. And he's got it. And so off the turnover, the big interception by Cody Brown sets up the first score of the game with Houston in front of Dallas 3-0. Texas Throwdown, the first of what should be a fun rivalry here in the XFL, and there's well, it's been throwing down all day today. The Renegades out in full force, and their fans, the Roughnecks, as Jenny told you earlier in the game, what, 1,500 of them traveling up. It's actually a cool thing they did as part of a season ticket package. You get one game in the opposite stadium in Texas, kind of promote the rivalry. So this one started off with a turnover, an interception by Cody Brown. The Roughnecks turned into a field goal. Here's Austin Walter on the kick return out to the 30. And we'll get a second look at Landry Jones. They had a nice drive on the opener there, Greg, before the interception. And it's really not only the interception, but they have just been slow out of the gate.
Yeah, there's something about the way they start out these games. They're so strong in the second half. They really light it up. But for some reason, opening drives, first quarter or two, they just come out really sluggish. Let's take this second drive here, continue to use my backs, continue to use the strength of this team, and let's try to get some more completions and try to get Landry Jones settled back in following the turnover.
Easy, 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 easy. Bobcat, Bobcat. Bobcat Yoda, Bobcat Yoda. Bobcat Yoda. Double duel, double duel. Double duel.
I'm saying double duel. It's typically a protection.
Yep. Jones against the blitz. Gets it out to Artis Payne. Makes a catch and a nice positive gain. He's got 6 yards on first down. There is
side zone.
Hal Mummy.
Or take what you like if they're going to blitz us.
Watermelon.
He gets in that play call quick.
He's got the smallest call sheet maybe in pro football. Look at the size of that. It's like an index card.
That's a leaflet.
Gosh.
How do you have everything on there?
He must have great eyes. Small font.
Artis Payne on the run. Another carry. Another surge forward. Another first down. Well, he's off to a good start. Artis Payne finding some seams. And you know, you said in the open, this is a guy you played with. Give me a little more. What was he like as a teammate?
I really like Cap. That's kind of what everyone called him, Cameron Artis-Payne. I really thought he was one of those guys, he's a pure runner. He's going to be in the backfield, not going to do a ton in the pass game, out in the slot. But when you hand him the ball, he's got great vision. He's got a great feel. A play like that, they didn't really block it great, but he still picks up 4 or 5 yards. He very rarely loses yardage. He's just a very instinctual, very sound runner.
Give it to him again. Why not? Nice stutter cut, and then darts upfield. Oh, look at that. Just what you were talking about, 6 yards. That didn't look like much.
Again, those kind of runs are really what we saw up close and personal. But, you know, he was behind guys like McCaffrey and guys like Jonathan Stewart, where, you know, it was just hard to take reps away from those guys, and he kind of got stuck in just a really talented group of running back rooms. But this is a great opportunity to him to show people that, hey, I can play, and I'm a guy that you can give the ball to, and I can really do some things.
8 plays so far for Dallas. 6 of those touches going to Artis-Payne. Here, Jones to throw. Has time over the middle. Knocked away nicely. That was DeMarcus Gates, who came over the top. And a 3rd down.
Flip, 95 to see. Open. Landry, we got 2 downs here.
4 down, 4 down. 4 down.
Don't have 2 downs.
Hey, hold. Hey, 47's coming.
So he originally told him we got 2 downs, and then he called it off, so it almost seems like they wouldn't go for it here on 4th down, when the original message is that they would.
Yeah, interesting. Here he loads up and fires it. He's got a completion to Flynn Nagel, who's done a great job over the middle of the field for this team. Down to the 39 for Nagel. It's a hookup of 15.
Yeah, it didn't end up mattering. You see Flynn Nagel here off the left side of the screen. He just comes and finds that soft part of the middle. 2 high safeties up top. There's just nobody here in the middle of the field. Just slows down. Great job by Landry Jones protecting him by throwing the ball behind him to prevent the big hit. It's a good 3rd down pickup there by Landry to just kind of get settled in here again.
So on 1st down, blitz coming, quick throw, and it's intercepted again. Dietrich Nichols has it, and another big return. The 6th interception of the year already by Landry Jones, and 2 in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, you sound like a broken record. We kind of talked about it leading up all week to the game, and now it's kind of reared its head. It's just an RPO. He pulls the ball. Not sure if it was the right read. It seemed like Ferguson was pretty well covered, but a ball that gets deflected in the middle of the field 9 times out of 10 becomes a pick. Those are just off-target throws, decision-making, some bad breaks, all of those things combined. Just turnovers have really been the story of this season so far through the first 4 weeks for this Dallas Renegades offense.
And certainly of this game, you see the 6th interception. Remember, he didn't play the first game. So here is Houston in great field position. P.J. Walker is only one of his first 6. Pressure coming, throws it around. Ollie back shoulder. What a grab. He's inside the 30. A beauty to Nick Colley, turned around to make the catch. He's got 23 yards.
This is one of those kids you just can't help but cheer for. His story coming out of Kent State, kind of a running back, wide receiver, kind of jack of all trades. Look at that back shoulder. Watch him track this ball. Back shoulder, puts it in a great location. This kid can do it all. Great story, has overcome a ton of injury and a ton of obstacles to continue his playing career. Just can't help but root for a kid like a guy like Ollie. What a great play.
On 1st down, give to Butler, gets to the edge, cuts up the field inside the 25. Let's go down the sidelines with Jenny Taft.
I mean, not a bad start for this group. I want to start with Cody. He had that first interception, and Dietrich as well. So take me through what you saw on the first one and just how good it feels to get that start.
It feels good to get that start, you know, actually, especially when our offense come out like that. But I think we're going to pick it up. So, I mean, we seen some things on film. So, I mean, that's the only thing I do. I just watch film, and I just put it on the game.
Dietrich, how about you? What from the film specifically stood out and how you guys can take advantage of this offense?
Just like he said, watching film since Sunday and just letting the plays come to us.
Cody, I know for you, you're a Houston guy, so this showdown, it matters a lot. You're working as a substitute teacher at one point, so be back playing. How has it been for you to be a part of this?
It's a beautiful thing, you know, just to, you know, going from not knowing what you're going to do to, you know, back playing football, you know, the game I love that I always prepare for all my life.
Good start for you guys. Thank you.
Jenny, thank you. Appreciate the guys in the moment there with that interview, and I love what Jenny said about, you know, Cody was a substitute teacher. He grew up I guess about an hour outside of Houston. But how cool. Imagine one of those kids. Hey, wait a second. He was my teacher, and now he's intercepting balls.
It's so cool. These stories, this league, what the opportunities it's given these guys is just so unique and special.
Walker to Holly. So interesting, Greg. You talked all about Phillips and the matchup with Hawkins on him, and really PJ hasn't really looked to that matchup yet.
Yeah, early on we said, you know, Houston understands they're going to need some other guys to step up. We've seen him target a few times. Lewis, we've now seen 2 completions to Holly. Just missed the ball out of bounds to Coates early in the first possession. They need some of these other guys to really step up because, like we said, Hawkins is a good player, and they know when he needs it, he's going to number 14.
The give, and Butler is stacked up. Well played by the Renegades that time. Greer Martini was on the stop. Let's listen to June Jones on 3rd down.
Trips left up, 861 divide, Z fade. Trips left, 861 divide, Z fade. We got the dog picked up to your right here. Okay.
So he's letting them know if they blitz to the right, you're protected, but you're not on the left. So if he gets pressure off this side here, he's got to protect himself. They drop out. So it's just great communication between June Jones and his quarterback. He really gives him a clear picture pre-snap so that way when the ball is live, he can just react. This ball gets away from him a little bit and kind of sails it. But I just love the idea that we can hear what the quarterback coach, what the coordinator, the play caller is able to relay into his player and really paint this really unique picture for the viewer that we can then see whether it plays out or not when the ball is snapped.
Really quite the introspective look. Be a 30-yard field goal attempt for Castillo. He hit from 37 a little while ago. Trying to go 2 for 2, and he does just that. And so the Roughnecks get a couple interceptions. They convert both into field goals. They've got the early 6-0 lead here in Arlington.
Never gonna love me, but it's alright. She think I'm an ass. She think I'm a player. She running back though, only 'cause I'm
6-0 Houston in front of Dallas. Down the sidelines we go with Jenny. She's got Bob Stoops.
Kevin, thanks. Well, I know Landry is going to want to move past those mistakes, Coach. But in terms of this offense, what do you need to see differently to clean it up?
You know, as much as anything, it's the turnovers. We've moved the ball every time we've had it. We get across the 50. We've had 2 interceptions. The second one, our receiver's got to catch the ball. It's right in his hands.
Thank you for your time.
All right.
No doubt. Bob, thanks. Jenny, thanks. Meanwhile, we noticed, Greg, that you pointed it out. Philip Nelson, the backup quarterback, starting to throw.
He is. He's having a catch here on the sideline. It still looks to me like Landry Jones is in the offensive kind of group awaiting the possession to start. So I don't know if this is just part of Nelson's routine to just stay loose, but
obviously Landry Jones coming on the field.
Something to keep an eye on, though.
Let's go all access with Bob Stoops on that last interception.
No. Oh, my gosh. Well, I don't know why he's throwing it. The guy's all over him.
There you go. So it kind of put blame on both parties there on the decision and on Jazz Ferguson for not hauling in. On the RPO, goes nowhere. Houston all over it.
Yeah, I think in his interview with Jenny, I think he was trying to support his quarterback. I think in real time, you saw his kind of natural reaction, which was kind of the reaction we all had. He wasn't open. Hand the ball off, live the play, another snap. But I give him a lot of credit. Landry's his guy. He's going to go to bat for him. His receiver could have put his hands up and tried to catch a tough contested ball, but he knows that's a ball he can't throw.
On the give, Artis Payne right up the gut, works his way to the 40. Quick pickup of 5, and here comes 3rd down. So Artis Payne has had a nice start to this game. They've gone to him a lot. That doesn't been the problem. 6 carries, 26 yards. 3rd down and 5.
Hey, see, go on. Monday. Ready, good.
Give it to him again. Little stutter to the outside. Artis Payne making it happen, but hang on. Penalty flag back at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, typically when a running back starts inside and then bounces it, one of those linemen on the outside can't help but grab a jersey. We'll see what they call.
Holding. Offense number 65. 10-yard penalty. It's third down.
It's on Alex Balducci, the right guard.
Yeah, you see this is like an inside zone here. You see him here, right guard. They hand the ball off, and Artis Payne kind of starts right at him. And when he runs away, he just loses leverage, and he just tackles the guy. Sometimes linemen expect a running back to hit it in a certain area, and then the defense reacts to the new path of the back. And they end up just grabbing him. And you saw there, pulled him to the ground.
3rd and 15. Roughnecks run a stun. Jones intercepted again. It's Nichols for the 2nd time today. Landry Jones has 3 interceptions in the 1st quarter.
Oh, man. You feel for him now. He came in, when we talked to him, he understood it. He knew this was something he needed to address. He thought it was something that would just work its way out. You see him here. Nichols is playing in the slot, and he just comes right underneath that curl route. Landry Jones just doesn't even see him. It's just the zone. They're taking deep drops. Just drop that ball off underneath. Let your runner, just let the receiver run with the ball after the catch. You see him the moment it left his hand. He knew that's just a ball you can't throw into that coverage. This has been a tough start here for Landry Jones.
And a lot on this Dallas defense early. I mean, it's only 6-0. It could be way worse right now. But here, look at this field position.
They've stood up twice. Can they do it a 3rd time?
Walker. Over the middle, there's the first one to Phillips, who's got 9 yards on the catch. He's had back-to-back 3 touchdown weeks, and there is Nichols. 2 interceptions today, 3 on the year.
This defense has come to play today. You can see the guys, they're having a lot of fun, as they should be. You have 3 picks in the 1st quarter. Tell everybody that'll listen. Enjoy it, man. Those days are hard to come by.
Final 30 seconds of this 1st quarter. Fake to Williams, and a quick hitter over the middle. Good for a 1st down as Holly's got another grab.
See P.J. Walker there telling his guys, hurry up, get lined up. He obviously saw something there with the RPO, pulled it. Holly there in space to pick up a very simple 1st down.
Hey, let's get rolling, man. Let's go.
Walker kind of said in a little bit different language than us. They've had 3 turnovers. The first 2, they've kind of stubbed their toe a little bit, settled for field goals.
Yeah, everything going Houston's way. It's only 6-0 though after 1.
And the numbers in the 1st quarter were they're ugly if you're a Dallas fan. Houston, 3 interceptions of Landry Jones. They've turned that into 6 points. And, you know, Greg, it certainly could be a whole heck of a lot worse if not for the Dallas defense making a couple stands.
Yeah, at the end of the quarter, we kind of touched on it quick. We said, there's been 3 turnovers. The first 2, Dallas defense has really stood out. They've really stood strong, held them to 2 field goals. If they can do it a 3rd time here, the sideline will come to life. I mean, you talk about your defense just having your back and bailing your offense out. If this game is 9-0 max after the first 3 turnovers, I think Dallas is thrilled.
On 1st down, blitz coming, knocked away. The Dallas sent the blitz that time, and Gerald Rivers got his hands on it. Done a good job getting pressure on Walker so far. He's only 5 of 12 for 51 yards.
51 quick.
Walker looks up. Lewis has a pass, turns on the speed inside the 10. Khalil Lewis with the catch and run. It'll be a 1st and goal.
See Lewis right here is just in the slot. He just runs a simple flat route. The outside 2 receivers just run little slants. Causes just enough rub there to 58. Asante Brown just can't get through the outside receivers and cover his flat assignment. It's an easy pitch and catch. Great run after catch. Lewis is one of those guys we touched earlier in the broadcast is someone they got to get him rolling, take some pressure off Cam Phillips.
On 1st and goal, Walker throws. It is caught for the touchdown. Nick Ali.
You hear him say this guy is dangerous. He's in this 3-man bunch here. He just crosses face. I mean, he doesn't do anything spectacular there. He really just crosses Donatello Brown's face. Great ball. Goes down and secures it. This guy can play running back. This guy played quarterback in college. Now he's playing kind of a hybrid wide receiver. June Jones said when we got him, when we drafted him, we just kind of thought he was a running back, and we'd figure it out. And we got him. We said, this guy runs great routes. He's more of a slot receiver. And now we've seen here through the first quarter and change, he's really being used in that capacity for this offense.
Roughnecks going for 3 here. Walker gonna take off. Is he gonna get there? Yes, he is. What a move for 3 points for the Roughnecks. Wow. I didn't think there was any way he was getting there when he initially took off.
If you're Chris Woods, this Renegades defensive coordinator, I'm not sure what else you can do. You got a great coverage on. Everybody's covered. You just don't account for the best athlete on the field being the quarterback. I mean, they got everyone. You see it here from his vantage point. They kind of just drop out. They only rush 3. They got 8 guys in coverage. And he's got it. I mean, he's just the best athlete on the field. You see T. Scales has a chance to tackle him, but he really has no chance. This guy's electric with the ball in his hands, run, pass. This guy's pretty unique.
It's like Iverson one-on-one, crossover. See you later.
No shot.
Down to the field, back to Jenny.
All right, your defense got things going for you guys, but hey, how about that for the offense? Finding Nick, and then you get the 3 points there. So just take me through everything in that play, how it developed for you.
Which one? The one to Nick?
Yeah, both.
We game plan for, saw the zone. You know, Nick did a great job running that route. O-line did a great job protecting. You got to fit it in the window.
And then your second 3-point conversion there. I mean, those feel extra special.
Yeah, they do. You don't get an opportunity to get 3 points on offense like that besides the field goal, you know, so it just feels good.
Continue to do your thing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jenny, thanks. PJ, very cool to do that right after that electrifying run, and everything has gone right for Houston so far, except for maybe this. Wow! The kick goes out of bounds, so Dallas will take it on the 45 going in. That happened in the game yesterday, too. We really haven't seen it happen too much in the XFL, but that's a huge change of pace. And so finally, Dallas can take advantage of a Houston mistake because the Renegades have made plenty. 3 interceptions. Second one off Jazz Ferguson's hands, and then this one, Greg, you said it just didn't see the defender in the zone.
Yeah, it just threw it right into his chest. Nichols was all over it. Landry Jones, but he can't overreact right now. This entire Dallas offense, Al Mummy, Landry Jones, it's a 15-point game. You've gotten off to a disastrous start, but it's the second quarter. It's a 2-score game. With the way people score points in this league, you're fine. You can't overreact. Try to find your rhythm and get back into your game plan.
And look where they start. That's the penalty in this league for kicking that ball out of bounds. A fake to Dunbar, get it to Ferguson, who just fell down. You know, the Renegades, Greg, you pointed this out in calls this week. You got to see this tight end on Dallas. And I'm just curious. It's hard to miss because he's 6'8", but I haven't seen it go his way yet.
Yeah, I think a guy, we've talked a lot about the backs. You see him right here. He's the biggest guy on the field, number 49, Donald Barham. This guy is 6'8", 260 pounds. Last week, they clocked him at 21 miles an hour on his touchdown. I mean, this is just a different type of body type, a different type of guy. Landry Jones talked about, I kind of had to get used to throwing him the ball. He was so long, and he was taking such long strides. But I'll tell you what, the last couple weeks, they've kind of figured it out. He's a special, special talent. They just got to kind of fine-tune him a little bit.
Yeah, he's only got the 1 target today. That was a play where Gates kind of reached over him and knocked it away. Meanwhile, Coney Ely is injured for Houston. The defensive end being looked at by the training staff. Paul, you are familiar with a lot of guys in this game. Few of your former teammates with the Panthers, and he is one of them. Had one of the great Super Bowls ever. I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, we're a offensive performance a little better than brutal in the Super Bowl from him being the MVP. I hate to see him. We've talked a lot about Cap on the other side getting off to a good start. It's nice to see Coney get back on his feet, kind of walk. Looked like they were looking at his shoulder or something in his upper body, but looks like he's going to be all right. Really talented player. You know, kind of lost some opportunities here and there, kind of had his struggles, but the guy can play. And yesterday, Ted Cottrell talked about just he's an elite talent. They're just trying to kind of hyper-focus him in the right direction, because when he's going the right way. He can get after the quarterback. He can play the run. He's a top-level caliber player.
Dallas on third down. Dunbar gets it, slithers his way forward, close to a first down. Now the spot, I think, he's a half-yard short. I'm assuming the way this game has gone, this would be a position to go for it.
Yeah, I don't think you have a choice. I think right now, especially with the touchback rules and everything, I think this is a no-brainer.
So they will do that. Artis Payne in the backfield, fourth and less than one.
I'm giving it to Cameron Artis Payne right here if I'm them.
Dunbar comes around on the jet sweep. Dunbar's got a first and more. Lance Dunbar with a big play on a fourth down. And boy, did Dallas need it. Dunbar delivers.
So they use they put both running backs in at the same time. They use Cameron Artis Payne as kind of the decoy there. They go full zone action, kind of to the left, which is the path that Cap takes. You see, everyone here is going to go left, but now here comes Dunbar on the jet sweep. Don't be surprised as the game goes on. They use that Dunbar jet sweep, and they just run a more conventional run game with Artis Payne.
So it's almost like you're showing that, and then later you do the opposite, right?
It's a nice fourth down call there by Hal Mummy.
Dunbar stays in. They'll throw. Jones pressure, gets away, still looking down the field. And there's the big tight end Parham, who's got his first catch. And he gets it down to the 11.
Nice job there by Landry Jones. He's not. No one's going to mistake him for P.J. Walker, but he just moved around just enough in the pocket to find his big tight end.
And big would be an understatement. 6'8", 257 out of Stetson. He's only 22 years old, which is crazy. Look what he did in 2018. We'll get back to it. Jones firing. He's got him open, and Parham rolling his way in the end zone for the touchdown. Any means possible, and Dallas is on the board.
Right on cue. I got a little nervous when he tried to stretch the ball that it came out.
Let's see.
The official was pretty fast signaling touchdown. Let's see. Great catch. Look at that body control for a 6'8" guy. That's not easy.
Early on the field,
I think it's a fumble.
Receiver was never down by contact. Rolled into the end zone with control for a touchdown.
I gotta see that again.
That is ultra close, and I think I'm with you. I think that ball came out inches shy of the goal line.
Landry Jones just puts the ball in front of him. It's a walk-in. Let's see here.
Oh, my goodness.
I think it's out, KB. Let's see if they review
Dallas
it.
is going for two from the 5-yard line.
Looks like they're going to stick with it. Hurry up.
J.J. Linda. J.J. Linda. J.J. Linda. J.J. Linda. J.J. Linda.
I guess that one's going to stand. That was close.
Yeah, good for him, though.
Yeah, exactly. And Dallas gets maybe a little break. They'll go for two. Jones has all day. Firing. And he's got the two. Parham standing straight up that time. No worries.
6'8" in the red zone. That's a quarterback's dream. What a great response from this Dallas offense. And it all started now. We see a three-man bunch now by Dallas. And you see Parham. He just runs. And he's just going to say, I'm big. I'm going to get in the back underneath the goalpost. You're going to put it high and outside. And I'm just going to go track it. Not a real sophisticated scheme there. That's just realizing your personnel. I mean, look at the size of him. And his ability to run. You saw on the touchdown, reaching behind him, twisting, catching that ball in his hands. People don't understand or appreciate how hard that is, let alone to be 6'8".
I mean, really impressive. And so, the 12-yard touchdown to Parham, and then the 2-point conversion. To give you an idea just how big he is, look, tight ends are all big, including the one I'm standing next to. But
this guy stinks right here.
Yeah, right, whatever.
Get that guy out
disagree with that. But look, Gronk, who we all know is a monster, 6'6", and weighs a little less. You're 6'5", you're a big man. 6'8", nearly 260 is what Parham is. Now on the run back. Here comes Houston and Jane Harris with a good return. But new life for Dallas after that kickoff went out of bounds. They take advantage.
They did, and those unforced errors kill a team. You lose all your momentum. Yesterday, Ted Cottrell said he wished he had a Houston Rockets basketball player to come in and kind of simulate Parham running up and down the seam. Little did he realize that was going to play out today.
I know one person who likes it. That's Landry Jones is with Jenny.
All right, Landry, the turnaround for you. Look, I know there was frustration, but having that touchdown, finding Donald again and then finding him for the 2 points, just what went into the change round and what were you telling yourself?
Oh, you just got to keep firing, you know, something like that. I mean, 3 picks on your first, basically 3 throws kind of sucks. But it's only 15-8. We're only down by 1 score, so we got to just keep playing.
Love it. All about what you do now. Thank you.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, we got a game. I like it. Landry, a little sigh of relief. Jenny? All right, so let's bring in Dean Blandino. Dean, this the play to Parham, maybe Dallas got a little break, but I don't know. What did you see? It was very close on that goal line play.
It was close. 2 things. Did he catch it? He did. And now he reaches the ball out for the goal line. But to me, you look at this shot, this is a great look. It's not obvious that he clearly had control when the ball broke the plane. The play should have been stopped for further review. We got to take more time and look at that. And again, it has to be obvious to confirm it, and it's just not obvious.
All right, Dean, appreciate that. Always good, Greg, to know that we're not seeing things. But nonetheless, Dallas gets a break. Here's Williams for Houston, breaking tackles, and has a first down. But all that being said, it was so needed for the Renegades. They were just down and out. And now it's 15-8, and there's Parham. You know, I have to ask, because we're talking during the week, and obviously I'm asking you, 22-year-old kid, you watch his body movements, and you know, he got a brief flicker of a chance in the NFL. It just feels like he's got such a bright future.
He does. This is just scratching the surface, and Bob Stoops said the same thing. This kid's just getting started. Watching tape of him this week, I came away saying, this guy, he's got some unique traits that you can't coach. You can't coach being tall and athletic and catch the ball outside the framework of your body. And, you know, we all saw that highlight that went viral last week. 21 miles an hour at 260 pounds. It's just unheard of. It's great for this league, for a guy like him to get this opportunity to play with this caliber of coaching, this caliber of players, and just fine-tune and get that experience is just invaluable. This is not the last time we're going to hear about this kid.
Yeah, Stoops told us he started very slow, but then it's just gotten better and better as the week's gone on, and you're seeing it here. Meanwhile, Roughnecks on the drive. 2nd and 4 for Walker. Blitz coming, gets it out in the flat. Lewis has another one, and nice hit. He's going to be stopped a yard short of a first down. Donatello Brown with a solid stick out of the secondary.
This Renegades defense has really been put on their heels here early, but they've held every single one of their opponents this year under 20 points. #1 scoring defense in the league. I know they've given up 15, but obviously there's some extenuating circumstances to that. But they've held together against a very good Houston offense today, and that's really been the story of the whole season.
Roughnecks 0 for 3 on 3rd down. Chris Woods in there, encouraging. Walker. Pocket collapsing. How in the world did he get to the first down marker? But there's a flag, so maybe it won't count. He just kind of slithers his way, and next thing you know, he's got 5 yards, but see if it's coming back.
Holding. Offense number 79. 10-yard penalty. It's still 3rd down.
See Terry Poole here, the left tackle. Kind of like we talked about earlier on the run play for Dallas. When a quarterback starts moving off his spot, yeah, he just got enough of that guy. But when the quarterback moves off his spot, the defenders can see it. The offensive lineman can't see it. And sometimes when the defender changes pads on him quick, their hands are engaged, and they just can't help themselves. And we've seen it now twice today.
3rd down, they get a quick hitter out here to Blake Jackson, gets the block up to midfield. So now a 4th down and 4, and it feels like an area where you'd go for it on 4th here.
I think so. I don't think they're going to. I think teams are still trying to kind of figure out the analytics of fourth down conversions. Houston's they've gone for some of the fewest fourth down conversions in the entire XFL.
One, that's it.
So it's just not, it's really not in their, it's just not in their repertoire right now. I don't know if they just feel like they're not prepared for it. It's not in their personnel package. I think teams are still trying to figure out how it plays into effect with the new punt rules and the touchbacks and whatnot. But it's clear, as you said, they've only gone one time on fourth down, and they just don't feel comfortable right now pushing the envelope.
Nagel going to call a fair catch, and will do it out at the 18. So Dallas trying to build a little momentum behind their defense. Got a good one in Arlington. The Texas throwdown. So far, Houston with the early edge, 15-8. A lot more game to go. Well, we got one more XFL game on the weekend when we're done here. Flip it on over to ESPN2. Cardale Jones looking for a little redemption. A tough one last week. He and the DC Defenders take on the Tampa Bay Vipers, 7 Eastern. That'll conclude the weekend, week 4 in the XFL, but we got a long way to go in this one. Good start. Well, I guess it wasn't if you're a Dallas fan, because Landry Jones threw 3 interceptions, but give credit to him in the offense. They got it back. Touchdown, 2-point conversion, and now they're back at it on offense. They'll start this drive on their own 18-yard line with Cameron Artis-Payne in the backfield. Houston shows blitz. They're going to try and set up a screen, get a good block. Payne. It looked like that was going to go even farther than it did, but it ended up going about a yard. So it was well played by Gates and Lewis, a couple linebackers for Houston.
Yeah, Gates is really the guy that sets the tone for them on defense. He's their leading tackler. I mean, this is a guy his entire career back at Mississippi, and 3 years in a row led the SEC in tackles. Last year, the AAF was leading the league in tackles. This guy can just find the ball.
Artis-Payne slips the tackle, surging forward out to about the 27-yard line. Another nice run. It's going to have about 8. Bring up a 3rd and short.
And just as I say that, you see Gay kind of pounding his chest saying, that's on me. he had Cap locked up in the backfield, but Cameron Artis-Payne is so elusive. He's so deceiving. He's hard to bring to the ground. He's very smooth. And Gates got up saying, I got to make that play.
Give it to him again. Sprinting to the post, and he is not going to get there. And boy, Hal Mummy took a shot.
Bring on the field as the runner was short of the line of game.
Thank goodness, Hal right in there. And hopefully he's okay, getting helped up.
He was trying to get out of the way. He turned his back. Just had nowhere to go. Hopefully he's all right.
Goodness, Hal's got a bad back too, so he's tough.
He's a ball coach, though. That's a
couple hairs out of place, but he's all right.
That's a football guy through and through right there, man. They're more embarrassed than they are hurt, right? Those guys take a lot of pride in being tough. They don't want to be helped up. He's old school.
But Houston defense has the job on 3rd and short. Good high punt. Mobley drops it, picks it up, and there's nowhere to go. Nice job by Drew Galitz on a punt with no return. And Houston backed up in their own territory. That's where we'll get a chance to say P.J. Walker one more time. Never know what he's going to do. Roughnecks in the lead. Well, we know this. Hal Mummy is tough. You see Cameron Artis-Payne. He's like, I'm sorry, coach. I'm sorry. And you know what, Greg? As you see on the fall, he lost the trusted towel. The towel is now back in place. And this has been something that's with Hal for a long time, going back to his days at Kentucky. He's like, in Kentucky, I actually had, if I dropped it, I had someone pick it up, put it back on my shoulder. So you remember Jerry Tarkanian, the legendary UNLV coach, always had the towels, chewing on the towels. Hal's got his own towel. And to quote him, I asked him about it the other day, he said it's got many uses. Many uses.
He's got back support. He's got an ability to stretch his bad neck. He's got some other uses for it we won't share.
He says it's absorbing.
It's absorbing. That's a good way to put it.
Meanwhile, Walker going deep, going for it all. Contact with Mobley, and now a flag. Boy, it didn't look like much, but there was contact with Donatello Brown. And we'll sort out the penalty.
I hope one of these other guys had a better angle, these other officials, because it didn't look like he did anything. He just fell down, KB. I hope they pick this up. It seems like they're having a nice, long conversation.
Contact is incidental?
Yeah, I think that's a great job.
After discussion, it's been determined there's no foul on the play for defensive pass interference. It's an incomplete pass, second down.
I think you give this crew credit because initially, aesthetically, it looked way worse than it was, you know?
Yeah, I think live, anytime you see a receiver have contact, go to the ground, ball lands relatively in the vicinity, but it just didn't seem to me like Brown did anything other than just run stride for stride with him. The receiver tried to react behind him. The ball was a little off target. Mobley's just trying to react to the ball and just kind of tripped. It's a great job by the officials working together.
Okay, so a 2nd and 10 is Holly in motion. He's got the touchdown catch today. And Walker to throw it. 4-man rush. Now pressure. Touches over the screen to Williams. Gets a block. Gets another. Gets a first down. Andre Williams on the receiving end. Got a great block by his center, Rainey.
Great job here by Walker. Williams didn't get out super clean. He kind of was off his timing. Watch Walker. He wants to throw it. Just keeps retreating, buys time for Williams to get out in space. It's nice to see Andre Williams be worked in. We talked a little bit about James Butler, but I mean, and Andre Williams, he was an absolute stud in college. I mean, this guy was a unanimous All-American, all-everything at Boston College. It's good to see them work him into the system a little bit.
This pressure, and he works him into the system by default. He had to get rid of it. He got it to Williams, but Deron Smith, the safety, we see him really for the first time today with an excellent tackle.
Yeah, they do a good job. They're letting Walker know, hey, Phillips is unblocked. We don't have him blocked. You got to get this ball out. Williams is his outlet and kind of his check. But a great job by the Renegades defense. They understood with the pressure where he would be forced to go with the ball. And a great rally tackle. It's a good job by this Renegades defense.
On 2nd down, another quick hitter. They get to the far side of Holly, who slips his way up to the 40. You know, it's interesting. We came on this broadcast talking about Cam Phillips, and why not? He leads the league with 7 touchdown catches. He also leads the league with 20 receptions coming into the weekend. Well, Cam Phillips has been a non-factor, just 1 catch for 9 yards so far. Josh Hawkins has been matched up with him. And
you know, I don't even know if it's so much that they worry that Hawkins is capable of shutting him down. I just think I think June Jones came into the game conscious of trying to work this ball around, be a little less one-dimensional where every ball is thrown to Phillips.
And knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Well, that's a big play. Frank Alexander, another one of your former teammates, comes up huge, the veteran.
I asked them yesterday how Frank was doing. I just really enjoyed playing with Frank. Very familiar with Bob Stoops, Oklahoma kid. Suffered a tough injury in training camp 1 year, ruptured his Achilles, had some other off-the-field stuff, but great kid. Everybody who coaches him and plays with him loves him. It's great to see him get another opportunity, and he's making his presence felt there with a big 3rd down batted ball.
Probably saved a first down, too, because Lewis was open. So it'll force a punt. Flynn Nagel back deep. And there's a short kick. Nagel going to let it bounce, and it takes a great Dallas bounce, and it stopped right around the 40. That did not get it done. It's a 20-yard punt. And so Dallas will be in business. Before next weekend's XFL action kicks off, download the Fox Sports Super 6 app and play the XFL game for free for a chance to win up to $10,000. So all that's gone on in this first half, where it seemed like at one point the score was about 40-0. It's only a 15-8 game, and Dallas with great field position to start the drive. 3:07 to go in this first half.
Ready, go ahead.
Quick out, Ferguson. Jazz Ferguson goes nowhere. He's had a couple opportunities today, and he's kind of stuck in the mud. 2nd down.
Yeah, both teams do a great job. I mean, these all go in the stat sheet as throws and pass completions. But in these Hal Mummy, June Jones style offenses, those are really just extensions of the run game. They consider those quick completions. You see everybody kind of blocking from the jump. Those are just runs. It's a way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly. You're going to see both teams do that.
Jones, near sideline, feet inbounds. Looks like yes. Good for a first down. It's Jeff Badette, his first reception today.
This is a guy that the Renegades really want to get going. He's been a little frustrated with his role the first couple weeks. He's a guy that they think can really do some things to complement the tight ends, Parham.
We got him
again.
I don't know if this play is going to count, but I have no idea how Dunbar picked up that blitz because Landry Jones was about to get smoked.
I feel like they could have called the play dead. I feel like he was almost getting killed, like you said. See what they call.
Offside, defense, number 97.
To finish on Badette, he's a guy, you know, everyone talks about the two running backs, of course, Donald Parham, the big tight end / receiver, but this is a guy that they feel if they can add now him into this offense, they can really become a little bit more versatile, a little bit more multifaceted.
From the previous spot. First down.
Well, he's not going to get credit for the last catch, but still keeps the first one.
I still like your thought process. It still works.
Yeah.
The description's still valid.
He's a guy that they really think highly of, and they understand his production is maybe not to where it should be. They're conscious of it.
Get him going, get him into the game. There's Parham, and he couldn't corral it. You know, it's funny, right? Because we talked about how this pass game came into today, #1 in the league pass offense, but it goes through the running back. So there's only so many balls to go around. You want to get your receiver going, but who they like. You love the tight end who's got a touchdown today. So you've only got so much to spread around, right?
Yeah, and both these offenses, they're cut kind of from the same cloth in that regard.
Lucky.
And it's a challenge to spread the ball around. I think right now Houston's doing a little bit better job today than Dallas.
We've hit the 2-minute warning from Arlington, where the Roughnecks got off to a great start, but here come the Renegades within a score and on the move. Good one from Arlington. Well, it could have started much worse for Landry Jones, but to his credit, it's gotten back on track. You see the second quarter, he's found a little rhythm. He got his team into the end zone, and we got ourselves a game. It's 15-8.
All right, here you go, Landry.
With 2 minutes to go in this first half. Comeback period in the XFL, so the play clock will stop after everything before it rolls again after 5 seconds run off. So really got a chance to take your time. Each team has 2 timeouts, too. On second down. Jones over the middle, and he's got a completion. There's Parham, and he's got a first down.
It's the same concept he scored his touchdown on. That time they defended it a little bit better. It's just a very basic, they call it a mesh concept. One receiver goes under, one receiver comes over the top, and if it's zone, you just stop. It's the same play he scored on. Now he's picked up another first down, same concept.
Monday. Ready, go ahead.
4-man rush. Jones has time, far sideline, and he's got Jazz Ferguson. That time he makes the play. And Ferguson gets up to the 31.
Second down. Here you go. New Mexico.
It's funny to see them not in a real sense of urgency with these new timing rules under 2 minutes. They have a ton of time. Clock doesn't start for a little bit after each play. It's
Monday.
much different than people are typically used to seeing under 2 minutes.
It is unique. Here's Dunbar. He's got the first down, and again, time will stop here. Says we got all day. Let's listen to Hal Mummy.
Hey, don't Roger.
Running clock. Go.
Hey.
Go. Alert to check. Alert to check, B. Don't miss the check.
Ted Cottrell not thrilled, apparently, at what's going on. Here's Jones on first down. Pressure up the middle. Near side in traffic. Boy, tough decision. Jane A. Harris was all over it. I don't think that one ever had a chance, but Det was the nearest Renegade.
Yeah, he kind of had to throw that one a little off balance. You see the pressure coming here off the left side. Kind of gets in his face. They run a little stunt. And just being on your heels, falling to your left as a righty quarterback, you can't get quite enough on that ball. He's lucky that wasn't his 4th pick.
Monday. Ready to go hit.
2nd and 10. Again, they go far side. Again, they go to Ferguson. Makes a man miss. And a short gain to the 25. Let's go hear the play calls again.
Let's go open Roxy Dog. Open Roxy Dog.
Ralph.
Saw tough one, dog. Saw tough one, dog. Saw tough one, dog. Saw tough one, dog.
Monday.
Get over here. Saw tough one, dog.
3rd and 8. Pressure. Jones sets it up to Dunbar. Oh, what a tackle that was by Brown.
You hear Ted Cottrell, he says, saw one, right? Saw, cover one. So saw, both the Sam and the Will are going to blitz. Then everybody else, when they say cover one, is just man with a single safety. So the whole time you see him there, he's just tracking the back. Brown has the back man-to-man. Perfect call by Ted Cottrell there on 3rd down. Perfect. He dialed it up at the perfect time.
Out of the half by Houston.
So if Brown doesn't make that tackle, and describing the defense you just did, he might score.
He's gone. So cover 1, saw. There's no extra run defender. We're going to blitz 5. We're going to bring Sam, Will, all 3 D linemen. Then everybody else is just matched up man-to-man. Brown's got the back. That's a tough assignment. He does a great job in space bringing him down. And like you said, if he's not there, it's a touchdown. Everyone else's backs are turned, chasing their man coverage.
Well done by Renegades Brown to make that stop. And so it sets up a 46-yard field goal for Austin McGinnis, who is 7 for 7, perfect on the year. And try to get Dallas just a little bit closer with 55 seconds left. Houston called the timeout to save some time. But again, in this league with the clock stopping after every play, if they get the ball back, they've got eons of time. This will be the season long for McGinnis. Previous long was 45. This 46 yards away. They got a 4-point game. McGinnis is up and through. Kicked that one to the stratosphere and came on down where we're supposed to, and it's a 4-point game. Meanwhile, Bob Stoops has the mic on for us today. Let's go all access with the Dallas coach.
Huge game for us, all right? Let's make sure we're earning it, fighting for it every damn snap, right? Oh, Flynn. All right. That's it, buddy. Just keep playing ball. Keep playing ball. Yeah, Frank! Good job, Frank! That's the way to go, buddy. Yeah, good job.
You know, we're talking to Stoops the other day, and he said, are you enjoying this? You know, it looks like you're enjoying it. He said, you know, I don't know. The cameras caught me with a smile, and I'm not sure I had one any other time during the game last week.
He didn't sound happy that people thought he was having fun. I think he wanted his old kind of mantra to be the grizzly old ball coach, but it does appear that he's having fun. I mean, that was a little insight right there, cheering his guys on, being super supportive of Landry, who struggled early, you know, meeting him halfway on the field, pumping up his old guy, Frank, that he had. It does seem like he's having more fun, and he might not want to admit it, but
I think Landry Jones said it. He said, well, I think it's different. He had 17 and 18-year-old kids. Now he's dealing with older, mature guys that have families, and it's a little less. I'll have to go on the recruiting trail. Here is the kick return taken by Lewis, and penalty flags fly on the play. With 45 seconds to go in this first half, and we'll sort this out.
Not sure if it's the wind or what, but both teams have seemed like they've struggled kicking off, right?
Yeah, they have.
Seen a ball out of bounds. That ball barely reached the 20.
It was winds gusting to 19 miles an hour before, and it's been a windy couple of days here in the Arlington area.
Third return, holding, receiving team number 15. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It's first down, Houston.
So Houston will have a way to go. It gives us a second to tell you that the heavyweights will be back on Fox. Adam Babyface Kovnatski putting his undefeated record on the line against the Nordic Nightmare, Robert Helenies. The Battle of Brooklyn begins Saturday at 8 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Looking forward to that. Showed you that flag. It is gusting here today. So 45 seconds to go. One timeout, but the clock stops after every play for Houston. Butler Walker's back in the game at running back. Missed a series or two. Give it to him right at the middle. Huge hole. James Butler. And that's a good start to this drive out to the 27.
Yeah, like you said, these timing rules allow you now, with only one timeout, traditional timing rules, you wouldn't expect to see a run get tackled in bounds. But here, stopping the clock, you really have your entire playbook at your disposal.
Walker, 4-man rush. Some pressure. Buys time. Points deep. Throwing across his body. That was an insane throw. Trying to get it to Phillips, and it was incomplete.
Yeah, I think June Jones just held his breath a little bit there. I know I did. The crazy thing about Walker, he's such a good athlete. We saw on the point after conversion, making that guy miss. He's so smooth. When he runs, he's running to look to throw the ball. You saw him there. He could have gotten a couple yards and gotten out of bounds. Some of their biggest plays on the year have been him moving, him scrambling, eyes down the field, looking to let it rip to a guy, scramble drill or breaking off his route. That one was a little dangerous, but he got away with it.
Still looking, sidearm delivery, incomplete. There's some contact. Tried to get it to Holly. There's no flag, so a 3rd down and 10. June Jones wants that flag.
Live, it looked like Holly, the contact with Holly was a little early, but you know what, at this point in the game, guys are playing. Let's see here. Holly's coming across. Yeah, it's close. I think in live action, that's bang, bang. I don't mind them letting that go. But another example of Walker break and contain, little sidearm sling. And if there's no contact there, that's probably a completion.
Dallas calls a timeout because they figure, hey, if they can make a stop here, they can have at least a play or two. And this is, for as good as Houston's offense has been, on 3rd down, they've been pretty abysmal this year, Greg. I mean, they came in at 30%.
Ex-Indy choice special. Let's go half with it. You can see the coverage. Tips right half. 81 ex-Indy choice special.
Just to finish the thought, they're 0 for 5 on 3rd down today. That's the play they're going to run.
You just split down, so if he makes you go fade, you got a little more room. Exit and go 9. Trips right. 81 ex-Indy choice special. And if you get a 2-half safety over here, look him down and then come backside.
You see him telling Sammy Coates he's the X receiver. It's trips right, so the 3 other receivers are to the wide side of the field. And he's telling Coates, if you get the right look, we're going to convert you to a 9, he called it, which is just a fade, go, and let's just put the ball out there and see if you can run under it. All depends on what coverage they get.
Walker stands in, sidearm delivery. Holly makes a cut up the field, and Holly should have the 1st down, depending on the spot. So Kyler Murray here in attendance looking on today. And it is enough for a 1st down. There's Kyler. Off-season watching a little football, why not? So now time is a factor. 12 seconds left to go in the half. Houston has 1 timeout. 3-man rush. Walker over the middle. He's got a completion. And it's Lewis with 3 seconds ago. They've got a timeout, Houston. And they're going to have to take it here. They do.
Thought that was interesting.
Final timeout of the half by Houston. 30-second timeout.
You know, I think, again, we talked about before, teams are still trying to figure out how to handle 4th down conversions, how it fits with the new punt rules and whatnot. I think teams are still trying to figure out the timing mechanics. I think, you know, they only left themselves 3 seconds. I think if they could have used their remaining timeout a little earlier in the drive, after one of the plays, you know, Holly's tackled in bounds, they could buy themselves a handful of more seconds, knowing that you do have time to get up and clock the ball on a 1st down. I still think they're trying to figure all that out. I think as the season goes on, these coaches will get a better feel for timeout usage, clock stoppage.
You know, it's a fascinating point. And looks like that Houston's going to set up for a 60-yard field goal by Sergio Castillo. He's got a couple of those today. The wind is with him. At least it appears now, looking at the flags on the goalpost. But 60 yards clearly would be an early XFL record. Deron Smith is back to return it if it's way short. Maybe see a little history. Castillo. That is going to be well short. Smith's going to try a return. Nothing to lose. Smith makes a man miss. Makes another. Deron Smith.
Had some blocking. Still going. Heck of a return. He made it exciting. He got all the way out to the 45-yard line, and the half ends with some sizzle. A 50-yard return. So quite a first half. Down the sideline, June Jones is with Jenny Taft.
Kevin, thank you. Well, June, in terms of the way this started, it was all your defense with those 3 interceptions. You got the score from Walker to Holly, but we're dealing with a 4-point game. What do you need to see in the second to close it out?
Well, we got to move the ball a little bit more consistently and try to take the football away again. You know, they're back in the game, and you know, when we didn't score 3 touchdowns with those 3, that kind of comes back to haunt you. So hopefully we will.
Cam Phillips just 1 catch in the first half. He really the one to watch coming into this thing. How do you get him going?
Well, he's just got to do his job, and PJ will throw it to him when he's open.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah.
Coach, Jenny, thank you very much. I love that, to the point. Throw it to him when he's open. Meanwhile, remember, Houston got out to a 15-0 lead, but Dallas has come back in this one. We've reached the break. 15-11. Houston in front. More to do. Halftime from Arlington.
Be a champion, okay? Get it done. Big-time divisional game here. Huge game for us.
Texas, throw down the baby. Today, baby, you know what time it is.
Cody Brown has the interception.
This is what's plagued Dallas all year. They lead the league in turnovers. Landry Jones has really struggled. This is one of those kids you just can't help but cheer for.
Firing. He's got him open, and Parham rolling his way in the end zone for the touchdown. Today's Progressive game flow, and a good one at the half. You see the numbers. It's 15-11. Houston in front of Dallas. First half stats brought to you by Fox Bet. And so I look at this game, Greg Olson, and I think about how it could have gone. And by the way, I think we have the same Taylor. It's like almost a replica.
Power blue.
Without even talking. But you think about it, it was 15-0. Landry Jones threw 3 interceptions. I mean, it could have been an ultimate disaster, and here it's a 4-point game.
Yeah, this had just a mess written all over it here if you're a Dallas fan, if you're a Dallas Renegade player. But their defense hung tight. They were resilient. They got 2 stops, helped the 2 field goals, and then obviously on the 3rd one they just couldn't hold and gave up the touchdown. But to find yourself only down 15-11 at halftime, Bob Stoops has to be somewhat thrilled that they were able to weather that storm. And you heard June Jones. He told Jay, he said, listen, the fact that we didn't score 3 touchdowns off those 3 turnovers is the reason that this is even still a game. So they all understand that this could have been a whole different situation at halftime, but we find ourselves 15-11, and Dallas is still in this game.
And you see Landry Jones, that start. I mean, he had 3 completions to his own team, 3 to the other team, but he has come on, and so has Dallas and their offensive coordinator, Hal Mummy, who I think is okay after getting whacked on the sideline. Jenny Taft, tell us more.
Kevin, don't worry. I talked to him after the ball. He's totally fine. And, Coach, I want to ask you about just the offense and the turnaround for Landry Jones. I saw you guys spending a lot of time together, how he responded and ended the half. How do you want to see him carry that momentum in the second?
No, he's a competitor. You know, he's only had 9 workouts. He missed 6 weeks of training camp and the first week of the season, so he's still knocking the rust off with these receivers. And the first 2 picks really weren't his fault. They just ran bad routes.
All right, look forward to the second. Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Appreciate that. Oh, look, so there you go. Didn't like the routes, but that's an interesting take.
Yeah, we kind of talked on the first one. It seemed like the receiver, Landry, expected him to be a little flatter. The one that Cody Brown kind of jumped, kind of kept his angle high. That's probably what Hal Mummy's talking about. But, you know, sometimes picks get thrown on guys, and if you're the quarterback, you got to shoulder the good with the bad. And but sometimes there's a lot more nuance to it. It's good to see both Bob Stoops now and Hal Mummy kind of say, hey, let's not pile on our guy. He's doing fine. He'll continue to improve as the game goes on, but these guys around him got to help him out.
How much do you think, and I'm not saying that Bob Stoops would have benched anybody else, but, you know, Landry had a storied career under Bob Stoops at Oklahoma. The fact that he knows him so well, how much do you think it helps in a situation like that?
I think it helps a ton. I think he's seen over the years how Landry Jones responds to adversity, how he responds to throwing a pick. I think, you know, he obviously knows this kid really, really well. He targeted Landry out of retirement and said, hey, I want you to lead this team. I want you to be our quarterback here in Dallas. And I think that familiarity, it's more trust than it is just blind loyalty. I think he just trusts and he understands what kind of kid Landry Jones is, and he realizes he'll hang in there.
And so here we go with the second half. Walter with some room to roll. And gets stacked up before the 25 and pushes it across to the 26. And that's where we will see Landry Jones in this offense. Oh, a little helmet cam action.
Third.
This has been a second half team. I mean, so much so. You look at the 43 points compared to 15, second half to first half. Everything is so much better in the second half. It's hard to figure out why. I'm not even sure the Renegades know why, but that has been the story of their season so far.
And as we said, I think Baum Stoops right now obviously doesn't want to throw 3 picks in the first 3 possessions, but I think he's feeling pretty good. And that second half play, I think, is a big reason why.
Artis Payne makes a man miss. Good play. And just to get a yard on that play, because it could have been a 5-6 yard loss. Second down.
Yeah, I think this is a big drive for Dallas here. I think you kind of weathered the storm early, kind of got some of the hiccups out of the way. Let's come out here and really put a good possession together and go down and get points.
Monday. Ready, go ahead.
Artis Payne wrestled down to the ground. Corey Crawford.
I think there was some mix-up here with the blocking scheme. You see the right guard here, Alex Balducci. Oh, the center didn't block the nose guard. I think the center thought the right guard was going to come with him, and nobody ended up blocking the nose guard. That's probably the easiest play he'll make all day.
Monday. Ready, go ahead.
So it turns into a 3rd and long. 4-man rush. Jones over the middle. Completion, but nowhere near a first is Flynn Nagel. And the Houston defense seemingly forces a 3 and out. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Punt team coming on.
Kind of an uninspiring first 3 plays of the half. Kind of a soft little swing on the first play for not a whole lot. And obviously second down, they kind of blew the interior line, kind of blew the blocking scheme, and then 4th and long, and they threw it 4 yards. So not the drive that we had talked about. I'm sure not the drive that they talked about at halftime. But a nice job by this Houston defense getting a quick 3 and out.
Wobbly kick. Raheem Malone up to get it. Going to make some moves, but pretty well covered by the Renegades. Rear Martini was down on the stop. So here comes P.J. Walker. First half, 14 of 25, 131 yards and a touchdown. That was one of the highlights. A little back shoulder to Nick Holley, who had a nice first half himself. And then Walker got him in the end zone with Holley, his first XFL touchdown. And then he said, you know what, going for 3, I'm just going to do it myself.
Yeah, I think he had a good, maybe not a great, under his kind of standard of expectations that he's set so far through the season. But as the half went on, he got better, kind of got that slow 1-for-6 start out of his system. And since then, he's been pretty good. I think you expect him to continue to build as this second half progresses.
Man leads the XFL in yards and touchdown passes. This one tipped in the air and incomplete. That one hung up there for a while. Frank Alexander batting down his second pass of the day.
Dodged a bullet there. Like I said earlier, anytime the ball is deflected and it's landed, it's in the air that long, just a lot of guys around, zone coverage, eyes at the quarterback.
Hey, we got 53rd.
P.J. Walker and Houston, they really dodged a bullet there. They're lucky that wasn't a pick deep in their own territory.
Second down, pressure. They get it out in the flat to Butler, and he's out to the 35. You know, on that drop back on that pass, not that one, but the first down play, it was interesting because you asked June Jones a question about the drop backs for Walker. They're different than most. He drops back at angles sometimes.
He does, and I asked June about it. I said, is that just something that P.J. Walker did, or is that just how his drop is? He said, no. He goes, we coach that. We understand which side we're protected, which side we're not protected with the offensive line assignments, and he's always going to be taught to drop on an angle away from the open side where he's not protected and buy himself an extra yard or 2 to get the ball out of his hand.
Long throw coming near sideline, and he's got a catch and a first down. It's Sammy Coates to move the chains.
the timing and the rhythm of this play here, this is big time. Look, he's throwing this ball from the right hash to the wide side of the field. Sammy Coach just runs a speed out. This is a timed rhythm throw, but he's throwing that ball all the way to the wide side of the field in rhythm, no hitch, off his back foot. That's a big-time throw and catch there between Walker and Coates.
Walker standing in, floats one, going deep down the field, knocked away. That was a beautiful play by Deshaun Phillips. Step for step on the coverage.
Yeah, and the safety there, Deron Smith, he covered a lot of ground. If he catches this ball, he's probably going to get knocked pretty good. You see him, he just runs what they call a big box fade, an inside fade. But you see 31 kind of do a little flyby. He's a guy the coaches talked about. He kind of leads that secondary. He's kind of the guy that puts everybody in position and really sets the tone. Really nice job by Darren Smith there, covering a ton of ground for his free safety position.
Second down. Walker gets it blocked up, and it's intercepted. There's your guy, Smith. He almost made it the play before, and he makes it here with his first interception of the year.
Well, right on cue, there he is. He's just playing center field. His eyes are in the backfield. He's slow with his drop. And Raheem Malone just runs a square in. Back-to-back great plays. You see him here. That's Smith. You see 15 in the slot. He's playing safety, and he just drives this. I mean, look, he saw that coming all the way. Didn't even really backpedal too much. Just sat there on his hash. And when he saw Malone come out of his break, he put his foot in the ground, and he drove that ball. Only the second turnover for this Houston offense all year, but great play by Smith.
Here's Dunbar on the swing pass. You know, Smith he's been around a little bit. He was a former 6th-round pick of the Bengals back in 2015 and then spent time with the Browns and Vikings organizations. But he has had a good start.
Hey, I was trying to get to that one. Oh, yeah. That's great coverage.
Well, he didn't try it. He got there, actually.
You heard what he said? He said that's the same route they ran in practice.
That's pretty good. I love getting to hear these guys' conversations after plays like that. It's so cool.
Awesome.
Second down, no play. Penalty flags.
It's just so cool to see their just natural reaction, natural conversation that you have on the bench.
DBs, man, we just out here trying to make plays, baby. That's what we do. Everybody here can make plays. Whole secondary.
False start, offense. Guard, 5-yard penalty. It's second down.
Oh, you heard about Smith saying the whole secondary can make plays. Well, Phillips did the play before, and then Smith did right there. And now Dallas, even after the penalty, a chance to take their first lead after being down 15-0.
One day. Pretty good.
Houston shows blitz. They come with it on the draw, and Dunbar gets swallowed up. Another play that time by Crawford in the middle.
It just seems like they've gotten a little conservative here, Kevin. I think they came out this second half, getting the ball first, 3 and out. Now after the turnover, they find themselves in 3rd and 14. Kind of an uninspiring start to the third quarter here. I don't think Houston Houston couldn't get their right personnel on the field. They didn't feel good about how they lined up on that third down.
Let's go down to Jenny, the most recent hero of this one, Jenny.
We love the heroes around here, and it was time for Dallas to get the interception as well. Just take me through the play and the celebration, because you said you didn't necessarily want to run all the way down there, but you got to do it for the fans.
Yeah, the play was something that we've seen all week in practice. Just able to execute, trust my teammates. He was going to have me over the top, and we're able to make a play. And yeah, I didn't want to run all the way down there. My teammates, they're like, come on, D, come on. So I'm like, all right, let's go. So we had to get the picks, yeah.
Had to get it. All right, well, keep it up. Thank you for the time.
Thank you.
Jenny, thanks. Love that. You had to go. The teammates are egging him on. And by the way, Deron Smith at the end of the half, gosh, he almost ran that missed field goal back. So he's had a couple cool plays here this afternoon. It's only the second interception of the year for P.J. Walker. Meanwhile, the Dallas offense sputtering in this second half, 3rd and long.
Ready, go ahead.
4-man rush, pressure up the middle. Jones delivers a high ball. It's incomplete. You know it's high when he can't get it to the 6'8" tight end Parham.
It's the third time now they've run that exact same play. The touchdown, the earlier third down. They're really running only a handful of plays. I don't know if that's just how Mumme feels their matchups are best, or how it's just plays that Landry Jones can really see clearly and deliver the ball on time. But he had Parham open. He had him open. He just, like you said, he sailed the ball on a 6'8" guy. He's got to set his feet, deliver the ball on time. They probably picked that third and long up.
Here's the punt. It is a booming spiral. Mobley way back at the 10. Covered well by the Renegades after a 5-yard return. Drew Galitz has had a couple great punts today. Houston's defense holds after the 48-yard punt. Their football and their lead by 4 here in Arlington. Roughnecks up by 4. Houston has the ball. Last time they did go through an interception. Let's go all access with June Jones after that.
Got to come downhill, 8:15. Get downhill. Huh? Get downhill. Beat him to the ball. That's why you go downhill. He's squatting, right? So you got to get downhill.
So I think that's fascinating for a lot of reasons, because you had a really interesting conversation with June Jones. We heard Deron Smith mic'd up saying, hey, I saw that play on film. So that's why he was squatting on the route at the pit after the play, as Walker back and goes over the middle. And there's Mobley who's got a catch and a first down. But you found out that these routes are maybe a little different than most run.
Yeah, and you hear him say there, these receivers, which is pretty
Spread right, stack left,
which is pretty atypical. Every single receiver has the ability to adjust his route based on where the defense is. It's built into this June Jones system. And you see him there telling Raheem Moore, you got to come downhill. What he means is when that guy's squatting, you heard him say he's squatting, coach, he's squatting. You almost have to not only go at a 90-degree angle, you actually have to start working back to the quarterback at such a severe angle so he can't drive the route.
Look at Walker running people over. P.J. Walker put the shoulder pads down and took it right to Donatello Brown.
And look at his O-linemen. They love it.
Let's hear it.
They love it. That's awesome.
At least he led with his non-throwing shoulder.
Oh.
I don't know that the coaches would love that, but boy, 15 yards may give this team a little bit of spark.
And his guys loving his O-line. He had like 4 O-linemen going to help him off the ground. It just ignites your entire team. You see your best player selling out.
Dallas comes with the blitz on the run to Butler. But I want to get back to this. So you're telling me that this team does not have, a lot of receivers that count steps, they do different things. They literally get up the line, and the quarterback and receiver have to trust each other enough that they will adjust to the coverage they're seeing.
33.
Yeah. They're counting on the receiver, the quarterback, seeing the game through the same lens, through the same pair of eyes. And June Jones' philosophy says, he says, when you can adjust routes, it doesn't matter what the defense does, because we always have an answer. Not by play call, but by play adjustment in real time. Their inside leverage breakout, vice versa. It's a complicated system, but with the amount of reps he says they're able to get done on a day-by-day basis, when you talk to the players on this team, they love it. They feel like they can't be covered.
It's a lot. It's a lot of trust on the players. That's what it is. And here, we'll see it on a third down.
I would love to play in a system with that sort of freedom. I love the idea that there's no real set depth. There's no real set route hits. Run to where they're not. Run to where there's nobody in defense. Set down, be friendly to the quarterback, and don't fool him. That kind of fits really well with this June Jones system. We never cross paths.
Third down and 2. Walker, pressure, standing in and floats one. Oh, what a pass to Holly. Beautiful touch over Deron Smith's outstretched hand, and he delivers for 22 yards.
That is so good. You see Holly here, a little off the right of your screen. He just runs a corner route, and Smith tries to undercut it. What a pass. P.J. Walker just puts just enough air on it. I mean, Smith has to say, what else can I do to cover that? It's good defense. That's just a big-time throw. Holly kept his angle nice and high, and Walker just dropped it in a bucket.
That's just pretty. Here, a little quicker throw to Khalil Lewis. Gets a block from Mobley. And gets inside the 25.
We talked earlier with Dallas, you know, those quick screens or an extension of the run. That's a perfect example. Dallas brought pressure off the edge. P.J. Walker understood the call in the huddle was a run. We don't have enough guys to block them. So I have a built-in quick screen. But now it's 2nd and 4. If you hand that ball off, it's 2nd and 10. Those little nuances to this system allows them to stay ahead of the chains and prevent bad plays. Here I'm saying express. That means snap me the ball right now.
Gets it right now, delivers right now, and it's close to a first down. We'll see to Lewis. Looks like it's going to be a little short.
Trips left up. 861 Kansas Special D's. Trips left up. 861 Kansas Special D's.
So trips left up is the formation, which allows them to be empty. You see there's nobody in the backfield other than P.J. Walker. 861 is the protection.
Blitz coming on a 3rd and 1. Walker going for it all, and he gets it all! Touchdown, Blake Jackson!
Let's go, man. Yes, sir. Hey, 8-10 all day, baby. Well, hey, we don't mess with Dallas out here. 8-10 all day.
Well, you heard him say we don't miss that one. Well, they sure didn't. That was on time. Great job by Walker buying time. You see here, 17, Blake Jackson, he just runs a corner route. He's just going to take a high-angle corner route. He's got great leverage on the defender. P.J. Walker puts the ball out there enough that the safety just doesn't have enough time to come. It's just a really, really simple inside man runs the corner. The other 2 guys come across the field. Got great leverage, and P.J. Walker backpedaled, bought some time, and threw the ball to the back corner of the end zone for a touchdown.
And they will go for 3 again. They converted this earlier, and Walker ran it in. Pressure again. Walker gets out of a tackle, looking to run, and this time he's not going to get out of the next tackle. James Folston prevented the conversion, but still has a 10-point lead as Houston, for the first time today, goes the length of the field on an 84-yard scoring drive.
That's the Houston offense we've seen this year throughout the season. It's good to see them kind of find their rhythm a little bit here in the 3rd quarter.
P.J. Walker doing some damage. Boy, is he ever. Just great touch on the football. His 2nd touchdown pass of the day has the Roughnecks in front of the Renegades by 10. So they've got a 10-point lead.
You know, we pointed out here's Malone. He runs the corner route off this guy's leverage, right? You can see he's already inside. But the part that people don't see is here. You got Martini and Brown. They're coming unblocked. He's unblocked. But for some reason, he just stops rushing. Asante Brown has a clear shot at P.J. Walker. And I don't know if he got deked out with a pump fake or when P.J. Walker retreated, he just kind of froze and thought he'd knock the ball down. He's just got to sell out. He's unblocked. They're trying to run a 30-yard pass play. They were a little, you know, they were caught shorthanded in the backfield, but that's got to be handled by the up front guys.
Very interesting. Got him the extra 2nd, and he threw the touchdown. And right now, Jenny Taft is caught up with P.J. Walker.
Well, BJ, you made it look easy with that 84-yard scoring drive, but I know the interception is uncharacteristic for you. And what you just told your guys, you're playing better, but you still want to improve this offense. What do you want to see?
We just got to take what they give us. You know, we just got to continue to play fast, continue to be us. You know, we just, at times, we get out of characteristic and just do things that we ain't supposed to. We just got to keep playing and just keep doing what we do.
Feels like you're such a mobile guy, and you lower that shoulder a bit there. Just, what is going on?
I don't know. I'm just playing. I'm out here having fun. I'm just out here playing.
You guys look like you're having fun, so just keep doing it.
Absolutely, we are.
At 5'11", he's not supposed to run over people, Greg, but we loved it. I know you did.
Love it.
Pretty good.
And so here's Dallas. His offense has been stagnant in the 3rd quarter, trying to get Dunbar in the run game going. Not much there. So this is what Jenny was asking about, what we're talking about. Your quarterback, he's certainly elusive. He said, yeah, forget elusive. Just going to do this.
hear Landry Jones say Rihanna now 2 plays in a row. Last time it was just a zone handoff to the right.
Easy, easy, J-Lo, J-Lo.
All right, J-Lo. Seems like now they're checking it maybe left instead of zone right, zone left.
Is the next call A-Rod?
Yep, there you go.
Maybe. Here's Artis Payne. No. Nowhere to go. So Rihanna and J-Lo haven't worked.
Yeah,
What's
so what
coming up
happens
next?
is they come up and they have a 2-way check. So Rihanna and J-Lo, they have their backs offset. So they're in a balanced formation. They can run the action either direction based off the front of the defense. So originally they had Rihanna, zone right.
Roger.
Then they just flip it. J-Lo's the counter to that, and they just run the same play to the left. But now, again, they're in 3 possessions in a row. They're in 3rd and a mile. It's just not what this offense is built for.
They're only 1 of 7 on 3rd down today as it is.
Ready, go ahead.
Have to get to the 31. Jones has time. Parham is open. Parham racing across the middle, and there it is. He picks it up. Parham is open almost every play, you feel like, and there they get it to the big guy, and he delivers to move the chains for 19.
I feel like a broken record. It's literally the exact same play. Again, he comes from offside here. Watch the mesh. Guy across. And like I said, if it's zone, he stops. If it's man, he continues to run a drag. They've run that play now 4 or 5 times. The only incomplete was the one he threw over his head. They're running it again.
See, they keep going to it. I mean, why stop it if it's not going to be stopped, right? I mean, keep going to it. He picks up, what, 7 more?
I mean, they just, again, we talked earlier, it seems like how Mummy, that play sheet is small. He obviously feels good about the plays on it. And he says, until you stop it, I'm just going to continue to run it. I wouldn't be surprised if they do it again.
Parham lined up in the slots.
Ready, go ahead.
Gave him 8, 2nd and 2.
Same play.
Jones pumps, looking, going. Oh, he's got a man. Flynn Nagel makes the play inside the 30. A big play from Landry Jones to Flynn Nagel. They got 33 on the hookup.
Maybe it's literally the same play every time. He's just going through his progression. Watch, this guy runs a drag, he runs this, and if they jump it, I'm going to throw the post over the top. They're running the same concept. We saw him throw it. Now watch, they drive Parham. He's caught the last couple times. And now they throw the post over the top.
And they just did the same exact play again, but this time nobody's open.
He's got it. Oh.
You're right, that was the same route.
They're literally running the same play and just saying, hey, take your progression, start with the single side drag, work your way across tight end to deep post.
Rough.
And they're finding a little something here.
Is that common? Have you done that before, where you just go back to the same play on a drive like that?
Yeah, and a lot of teams have just checks. They'll just say, you know, reload, or whatever their call is. It just tells everyone, line up and do it again.
Here they get a screen, they get some room. Dunbar, good cut. Lance Dunbar inside the 10. Oh, Lance Dunbar making it happen. And a 1st and goal.
We talked at the opening of the show, Lance Dunbar, he's tied with 2 other really dynamic receivers, one being Cam Phillips in the passing game with 20 receptions. You see him here in space on the screen. He's really elusive. We saw a couple plays earlier on the screen game with Cameron Artis Payne. This time it's Lance Dunbar.
JJ Linda.
1st and goal from the 4.
JJ Linda. Those code words are always right, left, usually sets the protection.
Jones firing, Nagel catching, is he in? They say he made the catch, but he's short of the goal line.
Just one extra hitch. If he just pulls that trigger on that first hitch, that ball might be a little more on time, but that's still a really good throw and a great catch. We've seen that Flynn Nagel make a couple big catches.
He was close to being out.
He was really close.
I mean, it was hard to see the foot with that shot.
Really close.
Either way, 2nd and goal. They're going to come near side. Dunbar, they ran that play earlier, and Dunbar's going to walk on in. Touchdown.
you said it, KB. We saw that exact same play earlier in the game on that critical 4th down conversion. We talked about it. They put Lance Dunbar off to one side, Cameron Artis-Payne, and they used the zone left with the jet sweep action to Dunbar. Jeremiah Johnson was not happy, the corner of the Roughnecks. He thinks he was held, but they didn't call it. Really good answer there by Dallas. Great drive. They found some action with that one play, kept running over and over, and then Dunbar finished it off.
So interesting, Dallas will try for 3 here, and everyone's still trying to figure out what the right call is. If you go for 1, it's a field goal game, but they're going to go for 3. Obviously, there's a lot more time left in this one, in the 3rd quarter. Three-point try. Jones hangs in, delivers. Oh, what a beauty! The conversion is good.
What a throw and what a catch. I mean, he literally can't be covered. Lewis can't have him covered any better. He throws the ball low, inside, and then Nagel, as he did 3-4 times that possession alone, just does a great job securing the catch. What a huge answer. After everything that's gone wrong, KB, they're down 1 point.
Unbelievable. 79-yard drive, and then the 3-point conversion. It's a 1-point game. Down to the field we go with Jenny.
Well, Lance, how about that for you, getting the touchdown? You've been crucial in getting that run going all game. And this offense known to get things going in a second half. How do you keep it?
Just keep going, man. Keep executing. Taking it 1 play at a time. That drive did a great job executing. Want to make some big plays, and it feels good to do that.
I got to ask you about the celebration from Flynn there, because I felt like everyone was celebrating along with that guy. How good does that feel?
I feel great, man. You see some team camaraderie. He's been practicing that for some time now. You get to see him get the extra point.
And practice makes perfect. Thanks for your time.
Jenny, thank you. We got a game. It's a 1-point game, and this crowd is into it. People on their feet here at Arlington. This is kind of the matchup we thought between the 3-0 Roughnecks and the 2-1 Renegades. And now, as each team has gone down, look at those get-ups. Each team going the length of the field, matching touchdowns back to P.J. Walker.
I think this is the game here, these last couple possessions. This was the game, I think everyone across the league, fans, I know we talked about it all week. This was the game we all hoped to see. 2 high-powered offenses, passing attacks, going up and down the field, answering each other with touchdown drives. Let's see if Houston can now answer back, but we've got ourselves a game now, and this is pretty exciting.
Final 29 seconds of the 3rd quarter. Walker will pull it and throw it, and holding on is Holly. Couple of bobbles, he makes the catch, and he's got a 16-yard gain.
That's just base RPO all day. It's a run play. That backside backer pulls the trigger on the run. He pulls it. Holly, like you said, he caught that ball about 3 times. But he ended up with it, which is all that matters.
And it looks like they will watch this quarter run out. So, it is a throwdown in Texas after all, Greg. I know you were concerned. It is living up to the billing.
This is great.
Trading some barbs here in Arlington. It's a 1-point lead. Roughnecks over the Renegades. We start the 4th quarter in Arlington. What a great one this has been. Back and forth battle. Houston took an early big lead. Dallas clawed their way back. And then trading long touchdown drives. We start the 4th quarter. It's a 1-point game, Houston. Here's the quarterback comparison. Landry Jones, 3 interceptions in the 1st quarter. But he's come back to have a pretty decent day. P.J. Walker, only his 2nd interception of the year. He's got 2 touchdowns as well. And this is coming down to the final 15 minutes along with Jenny Taft and Greg Olson and our entire XFL and FS1 crew. I'm Kevin Burkhardt, glad to have you along. And Houston with the lead and the football with a 1st and 10 from their own 37. As Walker gets rid of it quickly, and it's incomplete. So Cam Phillips, the leading receiver in the XFL, he's had back-to-back weeks of 3+ touchdowns. He's only got 1 catch for 9 yards today.
Yeah, and I think it has a little bit to do with what Dallas is doing on defense. They're changing some of their coverage. You know, Josh Hawkins is a guy they feel strongly about, but they're doing some zone stuff, playing over the top. We heard June Jones say, hey, when he gets open, we'll throw it to him. I think sometimes, though, as a play caller, you got to find a way to get your best player involved in the game through some game plans, some quick throws.
There's a quick throw to Coates on the other side, and it'll bring up third down.
Yeah, it just doesn't look like Walker's looking his way very much. See if June Jones finds a way to get him involved, get his energy back.
Let's go trade left, so you're into the short side of the field. Trade left, and I got QB Tampa, and I got Sacramento over here. Sacramento, trips left, trade left, Sacramento over here, QB Tampa.
Walker on a high snap, in trouble immediately, and down he goes. He had no chance. Dallas all over it with tremendous pressure, and the Renegades defense gets a hold.
Great stop. You see Walker's getting a little frustrated. He's kind of jawing back and forth. This Dallas D-line has really stepped up here in the second half. You heard the call. QB Tampa is a designed run here to the right. And if he doesn't like the numbers, Sacramento was the 4 receivers into the boundary. You heard June Jones talk about it. He can just alert that and throw it out for a quick screen. He must have liked the box count and thought he had a chance, but they weren't having it.
Nope, turned into disaster.
They weren't having it. Great play there. Great stop by Dallas. Now put their offense back on the field.
Renegades have 2 punt returners here for the first time today. Short kick again. Nagel says let it bounce. If it goes out of bounds, they get it at the 35, but instead it was a terrible decision because it ends up down at the 10. Wow.
Yeah, you put 2 guys back there because you don't want it to touch the ground. So I'm not quite sure why, when you only have half the field, why he wouldn't just run up and save 15 yards and just fair catch the ball. But he's done a lot of other things right, so we're going to give him a little bit of a break.
Yeah, that cost him 20 yards, though. Here's a summary of the game for you. I mean, a lot of things even in this one. The turnovers spurred Houston early. The Dallas D really kept him in the game. So now their turn, trailing by 1. Andrew Jones, 5 of 6, 82 yards on the last drive, his best of the day. First down on the give. And it's Artis Payne. Now you're talking about Nagel on that decision, Greg, and obviously he's had a big day. He had that 3-point conversion catch. He's got 4 catches, 56 yards. It's amazing on him. Talk about reliability. Thrown it to him 19 times this year. He's caught 17 balls.
I mean, the efficiency of those numbers is just through the roof. If I'm Landry Jones and I'm looking to get completions, I'm going to keep throwing it to him until he proves otherwise.
Looking that way initially. Now no one's open. Now he goes back there, and there is Nagel. Like you said, keep throwing it to him, and he delivers again. He's got a first down.
I know this sounds silly, KB, and I almost hesitate to keep saying it over and over again. But watch, they're running these same drags, and Nagel, he's just reading, reacting. So he's running the post. He sees his quarterback scramble, and he's just breaking his route off. They're running the underneath concept of this mesh drag concept. They've run it 6 times in a row.
Pretty good. And by the way, it's working.
7.
Jones goes down, though. The ball is loose. It's out, and it's picked up for a touchdown. Edmund Robinson. The sack, the fumble recovery, the touchdown.
Well, the team that leads the league in sacks came up with one strap, sack, strip, touchdown at the perfect time. Landry's got some place to go with the ball. You can just see from this angle, the pocket just really collapses on him. They run a little TE stunt. Great job there, great rush. Edmund Robinson, he gets the trifecta. He gets the sack, the forced fumble, and the touchdown.
That's pretty good.
That's a dream scenario
all
for a
three is hard to come by, right?
That's a dream scenario for a defensive lineman. Like we said, they came in leading the league in sacks with 10. They didn't have any sacks up to that point. We need all that right at the perfect time.
So the fourth turnover by Landry Jones. Houston has scored 21 points off those turnovers so far. Obviously a chance to add to it here. They're going to go for 2. Walker, that's tipped away at the line of scrimmage. I think that was Alexander again. That's his 3rd today. So, big defensive play. Let's go downstairs to Jenny.
And this team has had so many of those big plays all day on defense. Edmund, just for you, you come in, this team leading the league in sacks. How good did it feel for that sack fumble?
Yeah, so I gotta go.
Kevin, what I can tell you is they were excited about it.
Jenny, how dare Edmund not give you the proper time? Like he acts like he's got to go play special teams or something. Unbelievable. The nerve. Got one more XFL game to close out the weekend after us. It's over on ESPN2. Cardell Jones and the Defenders taking on the Tampa Bay Vipers, 7 Eastern. DC coming off a rough one in LA. See if they could rebound in Tampa Bay. That's coming up next to close out the weekend. Great game here this afternoon, though. Houston took a big lead. Dallas has come back, and it's been back and forth since. But the Roughnecks with the defensive touchdown on the strip sack and return by Edmund Robinson. Now the kick is bobbled. And picked up. Dunbar is in trouble, and down he goes before the 15. The importance of this game in the early going. Remember, it's only a 10-game season, so every game pretty important. And Houston has been perfect so far. Certainly they've been tested. Dallas 2-0 since Landry Jones came back from injury. He missed the first game in that West Division. Seattle struggling, LA struggling. So give you a little taste. And meanwhile in the other division, St. Louis looks like they could be arguably the best team in the league as well. They're only lost to Houston in a game we did, Greg. So here comes Dallas, down by a score, and nobody home. Artist Payne on the screen.
Base. Hold. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Blitz coming. Jones, and the receiver did not turn around. Badette was blocking. That was bizarre.
Yeah, so I think what happened there, Landry Jones, the original play, Badette was coming out to block. And I think Landry Jones gave him a signal that he didn't see, because shortly after the ball hit him in the back of the head, he turned around, and Landry Jones kind of tapped his hip like, hey, keep your eyes on me. I'm giving you a signal. You had off coverage. I just want you to run a hitch. But obviously, Badette didn't see it. Now they find themselves in 3rd and long.
Another blitz coming. Jones in trouble and stays alive momentarily. Now gets rid of it somehow. Artist Payne, though, nowhere to go. It was a pretty miraculous effort just to get rid of the ball, but still ends up being a 4th down and long in a punting situation.
I mean, Houston, everyone talks about their offense, and deservingly so. But I'll tell you what, when this game got tight, the Houston defense really has taken over. The strip sack touchdown in the previous possession, and now here, a great 3-and-out, almost back-to-back 3rd down sacks. But great job by this Houston defense kind of holding up their end of the bargain to go along with that high-powered offense.
It's been their MO. They've made big plays all year so far. It's a high, booming punt, and for some reason lets it hit the ground. Alone does, and it takes a nice Dallas roll. Wednesday night on FS1, a really good college basketball game. Miles Powell at number 13 Seton Hall. They got a big win over Marquette yesterday. Looking to take another step toward the Big East regular season title. It's been a while for them. They'll take on number 12 Villanova, 8:30 Eastern, also on the Fox Sports app. That's a heck of a game. Seton Hall is having a dream season. Just kind of feels like maybe it's their year, and Powell is, if not the best player in the country, certainly one of them. So that'll be fun.
I remember as a kid going to the Continental Airlines Arena there by Giant Stadium to watch.
Yeah.
To watch Seton Hall. They weren't 13th in the country, though.
No.
But they had some good runs.
Was that was, you were probably a little later than the Terry DeHare, Jerry Walker crew.
That was like the Danny Hurleys and them, right?
Oh, got it.
Yeah, Danny Hurley. And they had a good little run there for a while. They weren't 13th in the country.
This is quite a run. Meanwhile, here are the Roughnecks. They're on a pretty good run, too. Undefeated so far. Pitch to Butler. He's been kind of a non-factor today, and he'll go through that because this is a throwing team, but quiet day for Butler.
It has, and like you said, that's probably not a huge surprise. I think his production week in and week out is going to be kind of up and down just based off this pass first. We're gonna pass the ball to set up the run. That's June Jones's long-standing philosophy, and if you're a running back, you just have to kind of understand the situation that you're in.
Talked about Cam Phillips. There he is at the bottom of your screen. Walker looking the other way. Gets hit as he throws, and it's incomplete.
I'm not sure what's made Walker do so. You know, Cam Phillips is always going to line up on the right side. That's just kind of a staple of this offense. His eyes on almost every play you see him here. He's looking left all the way. He had Cam Phillips there. Quick throw, quick slant, pretty much uncovered. I don't know if it's by design. I don't know if Walker just feels more comfortable right now working the left side, but now would be a time to try to get Cam Phillips into the game because, like you said, he's only got one catch.
3 targets. Walker in trouble and sacked. He had no chance. A safety blitz from Micah Abernathy.
You know, we've talked about Walker understanding where he's protected, where he's not protected. You see Abernathy right here. They don't have anybody to account for him. Walker tries to put his foot in the ground and escape. He kind of slipped a little bit. But now that's a DB coming at him. We saw earlier in the game, you know, making linebackers and such miss, but it's a DB, kind of a slot corner coming off the edge, unaccounted for in their protection scheme. And a really timely sack. Great call there.
Great opportunity for the Renegades to set up a return. Again, they go 2 back. This is a booming punt. Wow. Dunbar way retreating back to the 20. Looks to flip it to Nagel. He'll keep it, and he's going to pay for it. Probably should have flipped it.
It looked like he was going to lateral it, didn't it?
Totally. So, 8:04 to go. After a 58-yard punt, it's Landry Jones trying to lead a comeback. His team down by 7.
No. Hey, when you try somebody like that, this is the result you get.
Yes.
That's the way to go, buddy. Good job.
Hey, A-10 all day, baby. Well, hey, we don't mess with Dallas out here. A-10 all day. What if that swing? Let's go!
Sounds of the game, and it's been a good game. It's a 7-point Roughneck lead. Renegades football. Plenty of time. 8:04 to go. Renegades field position has been brutal. 21, 11, 14, and 21. Their last 4 possessions. Here's Landry Jones sliding with time. Delivers a good ball and a completion. That's Badet who's got it for a first down.
Not great timing, but Landry Jones kind of stuck with him. You see Badet here. He just runs what they call a comeback. He's going to press the leverage of the corner. He's going to come downhill to the sideline. He almost stepped out of bounds because the throw was late, but Landry Jones was able to kind of reset his platform. Just get that ball on target.
Oh, I think Lewis got a finger on it, too.
I think so, too.
He had enough juice to get it through.
The end result was what they were looking for.
Sure was. Jones on the rollout, pressure coming, throws on the run, trying to get his tight end Parham involved. And it's a catch. Big 6'8" Parham went down and got it. It's a heck of a job for 9 yards. Let's see.
I couldn't tell. The official kind of was in the way. It looked like it hit his hands clean. Ball did hit the ground, but if he has possession of it.
It's not a charge timeout. Yep. Ruling on the field of a catch is under further review.
So they're going to look at that. Again, there's no coaches' reviews in this league. Let's see if this angle, not get shielded by the officials. So let's see, hands.
So the ball can hit the ground as long as it's possessed and doesn't come.
Boy, that's really, you know, it's tough because
it's really hard to see. I think if they called it a catch on the field.
Right.
Again, everyone at home is saying it's hitting the ground, but does the ball move and become dislodged?
Brandon, we're good with the catch on the field.
You're going to stand with the call?
Yeah, the ruling on the field stands. He has hands on it. It looks like the ball may even touch the ground, but he does have firm grasp and control.
So he controlled the ball before? Yeah, okay, so we're going to stand.
He controlled the pass, but just say stands. Thank you.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field of a catch stands as called. It's second down.
I think you hit it, Greg, and I also think if it was ruled incomplete, it would have stayed that way, too.
I think so, too. I just think, you know, everyone at home gets caught up with the ball hitting the ground, but it really doesn't matter. And you heard the replay official tell the head ref on the field, it was in his hands, even though it hit the ground. It never really moved. He had clean possession of it. And again, like to your point, it was called a catch on the field. They said stands. It's a great catch, though, by Parham.
Sure is. 6 for 56 and a touchdown for him. Jones in trouble. Knocked away. Tried to get it to Artis Payne. But Beniquez Brown with a defensive play, and so it'll be a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, I think Dallas here has to approach this that we got 2 downs. You see him bringing Dunbar. Is he taking? All right, so they're going to go to 2 running backs here. So they're going to go a little different 3rd down here. They're going to put Dunbar in the slot. They took Nagel out. They've been very successful in this kind of 2-back personnel package, especially on short yardage situations. Do they do another jet motion here? Looks like he's killing the play. Nope.
Artis Payne powers his way for a 1st down. Man, that wasn't easy. Give credit to Artis Payne who made it happen.
I think originally it was going to be that jet play again, KB, and I think he saw that there was an unblocked defender on the edge. You saw him turn away, kind of swipe. See these guys here? He doesn't want to run the jet into them because they're going to obviously knock his head off. So he kills it. You see him kind of brushing his belly to check the play, and he's just going to hand the ball off to Artis Payne. That's a good job there by Landry Jones getting him out of a bad play.
And it works. Blitz again. Jones incomplete. Held it as long as he could. Try to get it to Artis Payne. 2nd down.
Open 6H shallow. Open 6H shallow.
You know, we've kind of talked ad nauseum about they're running the same play, and we're kind of joking. That's just a really
across there, Flynn.
Basic staple of this air raid system. You know, anybody who's left running, Mike Leach, Kingsbury, you know, all these guys, there's going to be drags and shallow crosses. You see him doing it again.
Nagel's been a beast today. Close to a 1st down. That time they blitzed 2.
It's just a huge,
made him pay.
It's a huge part of this offense, right? I mean, it seems so basic, and you know, it seems like they're doing the same thing, but they are. And you know, you tune in, Kyler Murray's on the sideline. I'm sure he recognizes a lot of these plays with Cliff Kingsbury, kind of a disciple of this air raid system, now bringing it to the NFL again. It's a very effective offense when you have the right personnel and the right signal caller.
3rd down and 1. Showing blitz again. They come with it yet again. Jones sees it, delivers. Incomplete. He tried to get it to Parham. Gates may have gotten a hand on it. It's a 4th and 1.
You know, that's one of those plays. Last week we saw a very similar route, and he catches that. The defender tries to undercut it. The big 6'8" tight end reaches out, catches it, and goes 80 yards for a touchdown. Gates, a little taller, a little bigger body, just high enough to kind of get his hands and deflect it. This is... All right, so we got Dunbar again in the slot. Here's Dunbar. He's looking in. Does he like it? He's checking.
He's going to sneak it and get it.
Another great job by Landry. I think he's hurt.
No.
Oh, his knee. Oh, no, that's his knee. Oh, no.
Landry Jones suffered a knee injury the first day of practice for the XFL. See, he's wearing that brace, and he's been getting back into it. And he even told us the other day, you know, still kind of ticking the rust off.
Just brings back a lot of memories watching Patrick Mahomes run a quarterback sneak this past season. Kind of a similar play, quarterback sneak, short yardage. Just a lot of bodies getting rolled up. And Mahomes was able to come back. You got to hope that, you know, it's hard to compare injuries, but the kid was just starting to kind of get his legs under him.
He does
a great job again. He's really favoring that knee.
Oh, man.
He does everything right. You see him looking at Dunbar, letting him know whether he's going to bring him or not. He sees the opening. Let's see what happens. It's his left knee. See big 91. The Shawed Lions kind of take him up high.
It's just in a pile.
I have a feeling it's coming up, right? Yeah, there it was at the end.
Oh, you can only hope, you know, again, he injured it the first day of practice, been out for, what, 4 to 6 weeks. You can only hope it's a tweak and nothing major. Meanwhile, they have to move forward. Philip Nelson, who started week 1 for Jones in that game, 33 of 42, 209 yards. Here he is with the spotlight. His team down by 7. Nelson loads up, going to fire, incomplete. Came to the near side to Badette. Nelson, who started his college career at Minnesota and then transferred to East Carolina. Played in the AAF last year. It's the 10th play of this drive as Dallas has to piece it together without their leader, Landry Jones.
Here we go.
Nelson has it blocked up. Nelson going deep. There's a flag. It's going to be pass interference. Badette got held up with the ball in the air. Jane Harris was the man on the coverage.
So on the previous play, they ran the exact same thing, and they tried to run Badette on a little comeback, and Harris really drove it. So what's how Mummy do? Does a double move off the same action, same stem by the receiver, and Harris knows he's beat. He's got no choice but to commit the PI. It doesn't always have to be complicated, KB. You see something on the play before, show him the exact same look and take advantage of the defender's aggressiveness. That's exactly what Hal Mummy did there. Same action by the quarterback, same initial route by Badette. Then he just puts the double move on him.
Meanwhile, it's been a good drive, 49 yards already. Nelson over the middle, knocked away. That time Harris gets his revenge. Nice play.
Does a great job there. You'd like to see the receiver just be a little flatter. You see he runs that shallow cross, and he's fading away from the ball. See him? It allows Harris to undercut flat. Badette's got to pick his line, and if anything, you want to actually run downhill. We heard June Jones talk about it. And run at least parallel, if not slightly back to the quarterback, keep the defender from being able to come underneath and undercut the ball.
Second down. Nelson stands in, throws. He's got a completion. It's Martino. His first catch of the day results in a first down.
Great job by Martino there again. It's just a simple drive route, but look how deep Harris is. He's got a lot of room to try to go. He's got to fight through the big body of the tight end on the crossing deep post. When you're that off coverage, it's hard to rally like he did on the previous play and undercut.
Easy. Hey, dog winner, dog winner, dog winner. Hey, dog winner, dog winner. Monday.
Another blitz.
Got a free play.
Nelson sees it, launches it incomplete, but there are flags everywhere. And then another one, and that may be on the hit. So I think that they jumped on the free play, and I think there's a late hit.
I think they're going to have 2 penalties here, both on the defense.
In 98.
Oh, there you go. Not...
You got DOF on what number? 98. I got roughing the passer on 98. So we're going to go. What was the result of the play? Is that, whose flag is that? Yours? Okay, so we're going to go half the distance to the goal and an automatic first down.
There are 2 fouls on the play by the defense. Offside, number 98, that penalty is declined. Personal foul, roughing the passer. Number 98 for the contact for the quarterback's helmet. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
Tough play there by 98. Yeah, he just hits Nelson with a left hook square in the jaw. Jumped off sides. And then, yeah, I mean, that's clean. They're going to protect the quarterback all day. Tough play there, but
easy call. This drive continues.
They were able to kind of stand strong last week in a very similar situation at the end of that Tampa game. Can they do it again?
First and goal. Nelson thinks about running, takes off. Nelson sliding down at about the 3.
Tell you what, KB, Nelson's got a great command here. He has a chance to throw this ball to Cameron Artis-Payne on the check down, but he says, forget that. I'm going to go and I'm going to slide inside the 5. I like the way he's come into this game. He's got a good way about him. He seems confident. He's done a nice job filling in for Landry Jones when the game's on the line.
Well, the game is on the line. We've hit the 2-minute warning. Dallas looking for the tying score. Knocking on the door. You just feel for Landry Jones. Came out of retirement to be the leader of this team. Knee injury, first practice, and he looked like he got hurt pretty good. And you see the emotions for Landry. And so he's on the sideline out for the game, obviously. And Philip Nelson has come in and just been great on this drive. 12 plays already, 75 yards. It's a first and goal on the 3. Dallas is down by 7, 2 minutes to go. And don't forget about their 6'8" tight end down here. Parham is on the right of your screen, number 49.
Kind of interesting. First time all day. They got a tight end and a 3-point stance.
Instead, they get it to Nagel, and that play is not going to go anywhere. As a matter of fact, it's picked off. What?
Oh, my God.
It never hit the ground. And Gates has it for Houston.
Oh, my gosh. That's absolutely heartbreaking. But they can't quit. They got 1:57. Ball's on the -5.
That was an incredible play.
What a play. This defense, though, they need to come out and rally. They've got to hold Houston where they are, and they're going to get another crack at this thing. Look at the ball, one-handed. Oh, my gosh. Good things happen when you run to the ball, KB. They work on it. Just bobbles it. Gates, he's their leader. We talked about him to start the show. Look at P.J. Walker, you know, he's thrilled. Now he's got his work cut out for him. The ball's on the -2. Backed up.
These Houston Roughnecks are turnover machines. They came in at a +5. They got 5 takeaways today, 11 on the year.
It's the story of their year.
But like you said, a lot more time left in this comeback period. The clock stops after everything.
Now, don't be surprised to see a long shot here. June Jones, he's not afraid to throw the ball down the field.
Walker in trouble. Gets out of the end zone. They were.
All 3 receivers ran about 35 yards down the field. Walker wanted to throw that ball over the top. Just didn't quite have enough time or didn't quite have the right look. But June Jones is not scared to air that ball out from his own end zone.
So Dallas takes a timeout. So each team with 1 timeout left. And again, remember the timing if you're new to the XFL. After every single play inside 2 minutes, the clock will stop. And it'll only begin running after 5 seconds run off the play clock. So you got to spot the ball. And bottom line is you got plenty of time to set up, run the next play without any time running off.
They got plenty of time here. If you're Dallas, you can stop the clock 1 more time. Plus, like you said, the timing rules. If you can hold them 3 and out here, you're going to get the ball with plenty of time to go down and have another shot to tie this game or take the lead.
Feel for Landry Jones there, boy, that's just tough.
It's heartbreaking.
Meanwhile, 2nd and 6, 1:51 to go for Houston. And the run, that is not going to get it done. Maybe a yard. Now will Dallas decide to call their last timeout? They will.
Second final timeout of the half by Dallas, 30 seconds remaining.
So we said this at the beginning, Greg. Dallas has been great in so many categories this year, but they've been horrendous in turning the ball over, and today has been the same exact story.
Yeah, and it's a mixture of bad decisions. It's a mixture of receivers and quarterback being on different pages. That last one was just a straight drop. So everyone kind of has their hand in that, but you know, they came into the league, they came into the game, you know, Houston with a +5 turnover differential, and now they're at 9. You know, they got 5 more turnovers today. Obviously, Walker threw the 1 pick, but it's really been the story of these two teams. Very similar in a lot of the statistics, but Houston's done a great job forcing turnovers and protecting the ball, and Dallas has been the complete polar opposite, and that's got to be very frustrating for Bob Stoops and his staff.
For as good as this Houston offense is, really all year they've been set up by the big plays from their defense. And speaking of big plays, you got one here. 3rd down and 5.
Do they bring pressure? Yeah. Looks like they're bringing pressure here.
They are. Walker sees it, gets rid of it, completes it. Looks to be a 1st down as Walker hangs in and delivers to Malone.
What a great job by Walker. He sees the pressure here coming off the edge, and watch him just drift away, and he delivers an absolute strike to Malone on the speed out. It's just big-time ball. He gets the ball. Look at it. Oh. Brown tries to drop underneath it, and he just can't quite get enough. He puts a great pace on that.
On the handoff, as the time is winding down, and so it's getting perilously close for Houston. One more 1st down they'd be able to do. Again, it's a little different with these timing rules. NFL, you got no timeouts. You're inside 2 minutes. Game's over. Here, you really got to get it inside a minute to have a chance to really end the game. So Dallas, desperation on these last 2 downs.
Yeah, I think they got to just sell out. I think they got to hope for a tackle for loss, some sort of fumbled exchange. I think they got to really just bring something here and hope for disruption, because you see them now, they're bringing that same pressure again off this side.
They will run it, and it'll be a 3rd down.
Yep.
Let's hear June Jones. Is he going to be super aggressive here or just try to run some clock?
Let's go trips right. Trips right. Use all the clock. Trips right. And I got half 51 Z go. Trips right, half 51 Z go.
He's going deep, isn't he?
I think he's going deep. I think he's going deep to Cam Phillips. We haven't called his name. Look, he just said you got bump and run on the Z. I think he's throwing the ball right here to his best player and saying, go make a play.
Let's see if he does. Looking that way, goes underneath. Malone bumps off a tackle, but he's short of a 1st down, I think. Let's see where the spot is. He got a good spot.
I think he got it.
He's got it. I thought initially he was short. That spot moves in. Looks like he's got the 1st down. He does. That's the game.
Cam Phillips ran a fade. He just liked the easy throw better. I thought for sure we were going to take a shot. I think June Jones thought he was going to take a shot. But he really developed a nice kind of rapport there at the end of the game with Raheem Malone. And his run after catch and extra effort converted the 1st down.
The Houston Roughnecks in this Texas showdown are going to stay on top. They will remain unbeaten, the league's only unbeaten team, and move to 4-0. And for the Renegades of Dallas, a hard-fought game, but turnovers plagued them again, and heartbreak is an injury to their quarterback, Landry Jones, and the emotions on their leader. Roughnecks will get the win, 27-20. More big plays from Houston's defense. Jenny Taft is with one of the heroes.
It was all about the defense today, Kevin. DeMarcus, really for you. Game-clinching interception, but 5 takeaways for this group. What can you say about the performance you saw from your guys?
Man, I love it, man. I love these guys. They're fast, physical. You know, we just stay at it. Had to play all 4 quarters and, you know, came out with this W.
There was a quote from you earlier this week that the offense might win you games, but defense, well, it wins you championships. This team, you're undefeated right now. How do you continue to carry this momentum as really the team to beat in this league?
Most definitely. You know, we just got to keep on working. You know, keep working hard, keep playing ourselves and our teammates first, and, you know, come out here and just compete. You know, we do a great job in practice, you know, learning our game plans. We just got to come out here and execute like we did today.
And you won this one, the Texas Throwdown. Go enjoy it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Jenny, thanks. How about DeMarcus Gates? 2 weeks in a row, a game-sealing interception on defense. Did it against Tampa Bay last week. That's the way to go. And so the standings, Houston at 4-0. Renegades fall to 2-2. In the East, the Battlehawks, they're only lost to Houston. They're looking real good. Greg, we'll have them next week in D.C. Looking forward to that one. I tell you, Houston, just big plays, not only on offense, but on defense.
Yeah, their defense stepped up when they need to. And like we said, the entire broadcast, turnovers, takeaways. Houston's defense, they haven't always, been great in the stat sheet, but they are opportunistic, and we saw that today, 5 takeaways. And that's really been their recipe. That's been their formula the entire season.
Their formula is working for another win, 27-20, and a good one from Arlington today. Fox bet, boy, looked like we were going to get the over, but the scoring quieted down at the end, at the doorstep actually, with the interception, and that meant that the under hit. Houston covers. They were the favorites, and they end up winning by 7. 2.5-point favorites coming in. Our producer this afternoon, Bo Garrett, our director, Mitch Reagan. Been a fun one as a Roughnecks. Boy, they are tough to beat, and they do it again against their rivals here in Arlington. For Jenny Taft and Greg Olson, the rest of our XFL on FS1 crew, I'm Kevin Burkhardt. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. 5 turnovers, including an interception late, more P.J. Walker touchdowns and magic, and Houston, the lone undefeated team in the XFL. We'll see you next week in D.C.